What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke. And he is not locked up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. He is here for the audio-only crowd. No worries. He is not locked up. Nor was he ever arrested either. Do you want to give context? You want to clarify?
Well, I got to say, what's up, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. First off, what's up, bro? Absolutely. But I feel like I had to, before you even spoke, just get that out because the audio-only crowd is probably, the last thing they heard was, let me go check on this situation with Deke. I'll holler at y'all enjoy the victory. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So what's going on, player?
I guess there are people in the chat saying, I legit thought Deke was in jail. No, I was nowhere close to being in jail at all yesterday, but I guess something happened during your live show yesterday,
hey,
right?
Man, somehow, some way, word was that you were arrested. And it wasn't just one person, it was multiple. And as you can see, it got to the point where a lot of people were commenting about this to the point where I had to even acknowledge it. You know me, Deke. I don't like acknowledging anything that doesn't sound right. But I'm like, I gotta acknowledge this thing. So yeah, man, we acknowledged it on the show. That was like a legit thing to the point that even when the show ended, I even had to do some due diligence myself, man. But
I appreciate that because you, my dad, people around me were hitting me up, just making sure I was all good. And no one should ever have to apologize for looking out for me. So I actually really appreciate that.
No, all love,
really
man.
Appreciate
all
that.
Love. But this way y'all don't play like that either, though, man.
You're a real one.
Yeah.
My friends, my family, they're all real ones. Like, that's something like you got to appreciate.
Nah, man, it's all love, baby, all love.
I definitely appreciate
but seriously,
it.
This why y'all don't play this type of stuff, though. You don't play about people getting hurt. You don't play about people going missing. You don't play about fires. And you don't play about Deke getting locked up, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Let this be a lesson for whoever that was in the chat. Because, like I said, it was so many people talking about it. I can't even identify where it started at. I mean, we even had official momentum super chatting to let it be known because I was really trying to ignore it. So it's like, bro, whoever it was, just understand that next time, por favor. But other than that, though, I am glad to see that.
I mean, it was a weird scenario for me, too. Like, I knew I was good. All I did was go to Acrisure Stadium, watch the Steelers beat the Saints, get drunk. I mean, that was probably about 90% of the people in there. And then I went to Tequila Cowboy after. And then made my way back to the casino.
No, but what made it funny, though, now that
that's all I did. But then you texted me saying, like,
yo,
dude, you arrested people in the chat are talking about you. I'm like,
yo.
Damn, like, wait, I'm good. I'm good here, but like, are they after me? Like, what happened?
So that was the funny part. Like, when we
it was like a multiverse type of scenario.
Yes.
Is there like another Deke out there?
We finally got to the bottom of it, and Deke, we on the phone. He's like, all right, well, you think they are looking for me though? I'm like, dude, no, man. If you weren't the gentleman that people saw getting arrested, or because it had to be some type of mistaken identity. That's what I don't know, bro. I'm like, yo, I always
do they just post people getting arrested on the news though, or like TV or anything?
No, from the way it was communicated, it seemed as if someone had saw you visually in the cuffs. That's the way it was communicated. Or at least
like downtown,
right?
Okay.
Or like seeing it happen on the North Shore type concept. So that was why. So I'm like, man, so when they say it like that, I'm like, I guess that could be the situation, man. Yeah, but
no, what I found out is what I already knew. I got people around me that care for me.
Nah, you know that, man.
That's a great thing to have.
Absolutely,
it really is.
So we are glad that, and
never have to apologize for looking out for me.
And
anyone that's in my close circle or anything. That's a PSA.
It goes both ways too, man.
Sure.
If I'm ever jammed up or like, oh, you think I'm jammed up, don't hesitate to reach out, pretty please. All right. But let's see. Plenty that we're gonna get to today, but I did want to just quick and briefly, because we always start the show with conversations before we even hop over to the chat, stuff like that. It was a dope weekend, man.
Yeah,
it was a dope weekend, man. Sports wise, it was a vibe. Just across the board, man, it was good, man. My high school team took care of business in the playoffs on Friday night. Got a dub, advanced to the second round. JMU went down there and stumped all on the Bro-Barians, Old Dominion Monarchs. You know the Bro-Barian, he from the 757. I don't know. You know the Bro-Barian, he always talk about ODU. Yeah, we smashed. It was 37, Deke.
Overrated.
37-3. And honestly, Deke, we was leaving points out there. I'm going to just leave it at that. But yeah, 6 total.
Kind of like the Steelers yesterday.
Yeah, definitely like the Steelers. And then to add the cherry on top, the Steelers go ahead, take care of business. Beautiful, beautiful fashion as well. It was just a good time, man.
Don't forget about Pitt.
Oh, no. I definitely forget
Pitt
about...
hoops sucked, but Pitt football.
Well, because, see, I have a love-hate... Because the whole Pitt, West Virginia thing, I'm kind of like, well, Friday was kind of good if you're a West Virginia fan because you won big. But for your crowd, you're right. Not the best on Friday, but dope situation on Saturday. So, yeah, there you go, man. That's a good balance right there, man.
Yeah, an incredible way, too.
Heck
14-0.
Let's go,
14
man.
seconds in.
Let's go.
And they scored 28 points. It's 28-0 at the end of the first quarter.
It was nuts, man. They
were on pace for like 112 points.
Oh, and then that's right. And then we also linked up.
Yeah,
you
Saturday
and Dom,
night.
Man. Yeah, shout out to Dom, man. He's always behind the scenes. Y'all see him sometimes on game day. But yeah, that was dope also, man. We got a chance to kick it, man. Just reconnect, fellowship.
Team
have
building.
A little, absolutely team building. Have a little fun watching some of the games as well, man. And then the UFC fights was fire as well, man. So across the board, it was a dope situation. So with that being said, now let's start the show how we always do. Let us know where you are tuning in from. We'll give you those big boy shout outs, baby.
We got Jacob Alessio.
What up? Shout out to Jacob.
I think it's been a while since we shouted him out.
It has been.
919 NC in the house as always.
Let's get it.
Jose Figueroa. 254 in the house.
Shout out to the 254.
Steve Brooks. Portsmouth. Always in the house.
The crib. Shout out to P-Town, baby.
Cameron Schrader. 713 in the house. We also got... I got a lot of free Dekes in the chat.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to the chat for supporting me too. Looking out for me.
Bro, even I went back on the space talk and I looked at the posts, like hard post comments. I'm like, they still had some what's going on with Deke, man. Everybody was concerned about you, bro. It was a lot of people reaching out. And that's why I was like, all right, it can't just be one person. If all these people are part of the whatever we want to call this thing, the veil being pulled on my eyes, the hoodwink,
The Max Show podcast, 843 Charleston. Elijah Boykin, 252 in the building. Rod Dulles, 330 Youngstown, Ohio.
Let's get it.
Share line, baby.
You better believe that.
Ryan Port, 606 Moorhead, Kentucky.
Man, let me hop in.
Love
this
the show.
thing.
Free Deke.
Shout out to Free Deke, man. Yeah. Shout out to Freeing Deke. Yes.
I've been free.
Yes. Keep my man out them handcuffs, man. He don't need no bracelets, man. He good to go. All right, let me tap in a couple of these, man. I got Mr. B. Malarkey, the 854, or the 845, excuse me, on that. Dutchess County, New York. Felicia Ballard, what it do? What it do? The 337. She tuning in from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Then after that, we got Noah Harris, the 864, Union, South Carolina. And you can't forget about Maureen Misk, the 724, Lil Cal. That's one up the road, California, PA. Shout out to Cal. And then after that, Alex. I was about to say Alexis. Alex Mathis, tuning in from the 704 Charlotte, North Carolina, which is actually where, Alex Highsmith went to college. Yeah, shout out to them UNC folk down there. UNC Charlotte, for those that don't know. All right. And then I also will stop on Big Snake _Inc. 123. 760 Escondido, California. I've never been there, but it sounds lovely. Yes, it does. All right, man. Did you have any you want to hit? Or are you good?
Yeah, I'll say 2 here.
All right, man. Get out there, man.
David Dupree.
Deke Free, man. Man, come on, bro. We ain't had to do this call. We ain't had to do this show on collect call, man. We ain't had to call no lawyers up, man. We ain't had to do nothing janky. Like, I was going to get the ski mask if we needed to, bro. Burst you out the back, man. I got your bag, Deke. Come on, man. Call up the homies. Hey, yo, you remember that time we did it, right? All right, we got to do it again. I was ready, man. I was ready.
Thanks, man. Thanks. But yeah, D.D. Smalls, Gainesville, Florida.
Shout out to the homie D.D. Smalls, man.
And then we'll say Damon Brown to close it out. 478, Macon, Georgia in the building.
Hey, and we got a chance to see Damon yesterday. Did you get a chance to catch up with Damon? He was looking for you again. Oh, man. Shout out to Damon, man. I see him like every time we're doing the pregame interviews. And he's like, yo, man, where Deke? I'm like, yo, Deke is out here somewhere. He was tailgating. But yeah, he was on the other end of where we were at. He was opposite.
I hopped around a little bit, but yeah, I didn't get to see Damon Brown, unfortunately. But I still did see quite a few people that came up to me and shouted out the podcast and said we're doing great things and keep it up.
Nah, man, respect. And that's one of the things I said also last night doing the space talk. It was like, man, so many people come up to me. I'm sure they come up to you and they're always like, yo, we check y'all on the podcast, man. We see you on TikTok. We see your social media vids. We see you on YouTube, man. We just love the content, love the vids. Man, we really do appreciate that, man. It's part of the reasons why we continue to do what we do, man. So, yeah, Definitely wanted to let y'all know the feelings are mutual between both of us, man. Yes. But today, we're going to start segment number 1 of today's show a little bit different. So usually when it's a Victory Monday, we come up here and we give our instant reactions, go down our spill, and then maybe at the end of this thing, we open up the phone lines, right? Mm-hmm. But last time we had the phone lines open, we were reminded, and I can't remember who exactly it was, but they talked about how we used to.
I want to say it was Zix Shazier.
I feel like it was. I can't remember 100%.
Yeah.
But he was saying how we would open up the phone lines and allow people to call in ahead of time and kind of leave their pre-recorded, but right in the heat of the moment, as soon as the game ends, reactions. So while I was researching, and then after we figured out that you weren't locked up, it was like, light bulb moment. Let's spin the block on that thing. So we do have a couple of calls, man, that we already had, and we screened them, make sure they were good. But we're going to play them to start this thing off, man, just to get some of those instant reactions of yesterday's performance. And depending on how we like that today, we might continue to do that a little bit more as well, following some of these Victory Mondays, baby. So I'm going to get that set up. Deke, I'm really happy that you're not locked up, though, bro. Like, I don't know if I can tell you that enough, man.
So am I.
Like, when I first saw it, and you know me, I be trying to be professional as heck, right? So I see that thing pop up on the chat, man, and I'm trying my hardest to stay cool, calm, and collected. And I'm like, I can't even text him if he locked up. But I'm going to text him anyways.
Yeah, no, I was good.
You had me in panic mode, man, so I appreciate you now. All right. So let's see, man. Who was the first person to hit us up, man, to get something off their chest about the game last night?
Moats, it's Kyle Manier. I just wanted to say that I am glad that we traded Claypool because, yes, he was a great talent, and of course it was disappointing to see him go. But after yesterday, I was not even thinking about him. Like, we got 2 wide receiver ones in Pickens and Deontay, number 1 tight end in Pat, and Najee finally had the game that we've been waiting to see. And goddamn, Jaylen Warren, I was hoping we would use Anthony McFarland as our speed guy this year, but damn, he's got some wheels. And, defense is right back where it's supposed to be with TJ. Highsmith looking like a Pro Bowler. O-line looked good. And Canada even had some decent play calls in there.
Shout out to Canada.
It feels weird saying that, but, I mean, if I ever see Kenny go out on a motion like that again or whatever it was with the Wildcat with Najee, I'm just going to look away because, geez. Like, what are we doing, Canada? But it was good to see us put up 20 points, even though it wasn't over 20, because still haven't accomplished that yet. But big W yesterday. It was a good Victory Monday today. Big fans will be hopping on the bandwagon. We'll be hopping on the bandwagon real soon.
Yeah.
And Sabotage 7. Later, boys.
Facts.
That might have been the best call I've ever heard. I mean, he hit the nail on the head for everything. I think
he did, man.
I don't know if we need to do the podcast anymore.
He did. All that he left out was 7's the GOAT.
Well, he said Sabotage.
He said he got to crown it at the end, though. He didn't crown it at the end, but I do like that, though. That was sweet right there. That was sweet. All right, let's see what's the next one that hit us up, though, man.
Yo, peace to the gods and the earth. This Rod Dollar.
There he
I was calling in. Victory
baby.
Monday. We did work, man. Kamikaze Kazi was out there laying that wood, setting the tone. Man, Najee Harris was out there finally hitting the hole, putting his foot in the ground, getting north and south, even though he got the boom laid on him.
Oh,
if I was that DB, I'd put that on my highlight tape, but I'd fast forward to it when I laid the hit if I was that DB. But shout out to Najee, man. Shout out to Jaylen Warren. Shout out to Kenny Pickett, man. And George Pickens, man, on that jet sweep, getting that 1-yard touchdown, man. That was nice. Even though I'm still iffy on the jet sweeps, Matt Canada is getting carried away with the jet sweeps and the Wildcat. But I can go on and on, man, because y'all know, man, we love them Steelers. But here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Peace. Y'all have a good one.
There it is.
Another great call.
There it is. That boy say, yeah, you should put that on the highlight reel, but you got to fast forward to the ending part. Dang. Najee did get boomed. But
did you hear Pickens put an audible on that jet sweep?
You said Pickens did?
Yeah, it was supposed to go outside.
I thought
he said as soon as I saw the white line, I just dove in.
See, I thought it was because he had it looked like he was mishandling it almost when I saw the the replay of it. But nah, I'm just glad that he was able to score, man. That was a dope play, man. Shout out to Canada though, man. The jet sweep, it still works. I hate it, but it works, bro.
Well, that was probably its worst game.
And
I
it
think
still
thus
was
far this
productive,
year.
though.
We got the touchdown, but I
We
don't
also
know.
had the George Pickens run off of it. The
we
first
had a,
one.
We had a good run off of it.
Yeah. The one on the left
Because I remember
sideline.
like 2 or 3 that just kind of like
Yeah.
fell flat. Or
Shoot,
lost
because the
yards.
one I thought George was actually going to take it to the crib. It like he was about to split the defenders. He ends up running out of bounds on the left side.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
That was in the second half.
Heck,
Right?
yeah. And I
Yep.
was like, man, that was like, it looked almost like a Claypool type one, where he's going to take that thing and get 40, 50 on it.
So George Pickens is the new Claypool.
Oh,
for the Jets
100%
league.
yes. 100%.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he's definitely that guy now. All righty. All right, let's see who we have here.
Yo, Moats, Deke, this is Farron Bradford.
Okay.
Just want to leave my reactions for the game. Overall, impressive win. Again, a little situation in the red zone. Feel like we got a little too pass happy. The stat sheet makes sure we're balanced, 36 runs, 36 passes, but it's the timing of those passes and the nature of those passes, either shotgun, just quick drop back passes, or play action. Things that did more play action, especially in the red zone, because the runs were working. But yeah, that's just it for the offense. Defense, everybody flew around. The impact of TJ was really felt. When you talk about the assignments from everybody, it just simplified everything down because TJ draws so much attention. And you can see that obviously with Alex Highsmith, Batman, Robin, pass rush duo. Highsmith doing his thing, forcing the ball out to get quick. The whole D-line did wonderful. We only had like really one big run from Kamara. And just that makes everything so much easier for the defense, just having DPOY back. But really looking forward to next week. A few things to clean up, but good step in the right direction. Thanks, you guys. Have a good day.
Shout out.
These are the best calls of all time.
Dude, I'm loving. See, man, every once in a while you got to open that thing up a little bit, man. We
He
switched
brought
it
up
up
Kamara
on.
not having that good of a game. And the defensive
Absolutely.
line stopping him there. That's
Absolutely,
something
man.
that probably would go unnoticed throughout like a whole podcast because we're going to be talking about a lot of other different things.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. So that is good perspective right there. I think we got like a couple more. Yeah, 2 more, and then after that, man, we'll give off.
Hey, what's up, Moats and Deke? It's Cameron from the 713 Houston area. Just wanted to say TJ Watt is the league MVP. He brings the energy. That's all I got to say. See you later.
A man, a few words right there, man. But TJ definitely brought that energy, though, man, from start to finish. You can see literally the first play he was out there, man. Love it. All right.
Yeah, stadium was going crazy.
Bro, it was nuts. All right, and it's the final one from a goodie.
Hey, this is the Bro Baron. Hello, everybody. I'm calling the Upper Room, home of Deke and Moats. I love you guys. I love what you guys do. I'm going to get off my chest. I want to say I enjoy watching the offensive play calling. They were taking chances when they saw openings appearing down the field. I love the fullback play. They were using the fullback at the right time on short yardage situation. You can't help but to love that. Altogether, the offensive play calling for Matt Canada helped the QB, the offensive line, and the running back do their thing, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Now, when it comes to the defense, what I liked about the defense today is that they did not let the quarterback stay unrelaxed or pretty much unrelaxed. He wasn't relaxed out there. He was always in a hurry, which I loved, which created sacks, interceptions, and hurries. This is a great game. I'm sure they're still learning. They've still got a little ways to go. And a lot of us out there got to understand that this is not a team that is going to be having instant success this year. But I think with the next season coming up, this season right here would be a great foundation for them to be better and for us to be able to see the fruits of their hard work. All right, that's all I got. I love you guys, man. Y'all stay cool. All you brothers and sisters out there who come to being a Steeler fan, I can't wait to hear from y'all tomorrow. I'm going to be on base tomorrow, so hopefully when they get a chance to let me off, I'll go ahead and connect on and listen to y'all. But y'all take care. The Brobarian out.
Todd Sikorsky says Barbarian can take over for James Earl Jones,
Hey,
voicing Darth Vader. So you
Shut
know
up.
Disney's going to keep pumping out these Star Wars
they
movies
got
for the
to.
next
They
100 years.
have to do that, man. Come on now. Shout out to the Brobarian. I wish he would have included the fact that JMU smashed his Old Dominion Monarchs. I wish he would have included that part, but we're gonna let him slide for that right there, man. But no, I like it though, baby. I like it. So those were the initial reactions to some of the fan call-ins. Now, if you're ready, Let's go ahead and turn up, man. Have a little fun the way we like to do it. All right. See some super chats already in this thing, so we'll tap into those and then proceed. Also, make sure y'all like the stream today, man. If y'all have not liked it, make sure you do that. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Also, for all of the show merchandise, man, that you can find on arthurmoats.com or in any of the description boxes for these videos, if you use the promo code MOATS, you'll get 15% off of your purchases going into Wednesday to celebrate the victory. So make sure you use that promo code, man, whenever you copy any of the new merch, man. And send them pics too, man, so we can see y'all. All right.
First super chat. AJ Martinez.
Shout out to the homie AJ.
Dirty Deeds down Dirt Deke. AC/DC. Or the D in the dirt, Sammy Hager. I assume Deke made a jailbreak. AC/DC again.
Tell you, bro. People's concerned about you, man.
No, I appreciate that.
You can see this a lot.
Thanks for people looking out.
You can see this a lot going on today, man. This could be the recurring theme right now.
It was a big topic of conversation yesterday, huh? Crammon Schrader, TJ Watt is the league MVP. W Monday. Shout out to Trina.
Oh man, TJ definitely came in and showed his impact. For a couple of things, man. First off, when you talk about him as a player, you can see the attention that he draws. The slide protections, the tight ends, the running backs. All eyes on him. Even Dalton, I think that was the Robarian who was talking about how, he never seemed like he was settled. Even though at times Dalton wasn't under duress because of TJ being out there, you could see him just playing faster because he felt as if he could not take his time and be confident and comfortable back there because that's who TJ Watt has been historically. Like I said, he's going to get back to that level on a consistent playing and play out basis, but just him being out there, that did have that type of impact. And you can see it across the board in the sense of how it freed up a guy like Alex Highsmith, allowed him to really take advantage of some of the one-on-ones and some of the protections not always being slid towards him. So yeah, man, TJ Watt definitely had a huge impact, man. But I also thought that yesterday really showed the depth that we had defensively too, man. Inside linebacker play. Because you talk about Kamara.
What the hell happened to Miles Jack? They said he was going to be good to go.
They said it, but he was dealing with the knee throughout the week. So we knew, was it Wednesday and Thursday? He
didn't
was
practice.
DNP. So it was one of them things where it could have came up. It could not have. I think they made the decision a couple hours prior to the game from, from what I heard and stuff like that. It wasn't like Minka where they ruled him out on that Friday. But it really showed the depth when you have Robert Spillane and Devin Bush being able to go in there and still minimize Alvin Kamara, minimize Juwan Johnson for the majority of it. He had the couple catches on that 2-minute drive, but he really didn't take over this game either. And then when you're talking about the secondary depth, no Minka, but DeMonte Casey comes in and you can see his impact as well. So I thought the depth, and even Levi Wallace. No Will Jackson, no Akello, Levi standing up on the outside, making plays and stuff like that. Arthur Milet making plays down the field. Just across the board, I thought that the depth really stood out yesterday.
And it's funny, remember going back 3-4 weeks ago, everyone was shitting on the Steelers' depth. But that's what I was trying to say. The depth doesn't matter until it starts mattering because you have injuries. Whenever we're all healthy, I think our depth's amazing, and I thought that coming into the season. But whenever you're missing multiple dudes, like we did miss Minka, not only this game, but going back to the Bucs game, TJ Watt for 8 weeks, multiple cornerbacks going down. That's when you're just like, dude, we're just getting screwed here. Right. This isn't about depth or anything, because if everyone's healthy, we can have a guy or two step in, like the Spillane and Devin Bush with Miles Jack going down. That's how important it is to have a dude like TJ Watt out there. And I was actually thinking this weekend. When Minka went down with the appendicitis and everything, prayers up to him. Hopefully he's all right. That's crazy.
Even though it was nuts, too, even after finally he has a surgery, you saw, I think it was Jerry Dulac says that he's going to be 4 to 7 days. I'm like, bro, I'm not seeing that.
I'm expecting 3 weeks.
Yeah, same here, man. Minimum. Hopefully he's one of them fast healers like a TJ Watt, but yeah, I don't see how this is a 1 week thing, man. I'm just trying to make that make sense to me. I'm like, I don't follow that, man. Yeah.
But it's funny, though. Going into this game, with us getting Casey back and TJ back, I was like, you know what? I think we could definitely weather this storm.
Yeah.
Because the Saints have Dalton, a limited quarterback, and their only 2 other weapons are Olave and then Kamara. I did like that tight. They've been getting that tight end some work over the last couple weeks.
No, he's a good player.
We saw what he did, but you get my point. Having Minka out, having Casey come back, I feel like TJ was going to be that defining factor in this game. And it showed. And I think it actually shows in the contracts and how we pay these positions. TJ Watt's getting paid $30 million. Minka Fitzpatrick's at the top of his market for a safety, but he's only getting paid $17, $18. Because it comes down to, if TJ can get there fast and Highsmith in this D line, you don't need as much from the safety.
Absolutely.
And we saw,
Absolutely.
well, Casey played like Minka Fitzpatrick, actually. I mean, aside from all that and the pressure we were getting with TJ and how the defensive line looked good, like Casey just stood up. He stood out, in my opinion. He was probably like the top star or two on the defense.
No, he definitely did. But a part of that is because of having TJ Watt back.
Yeah.
It makes the offense have to play faster. It makes the quarterback not be able to go from his first read to his third read. It makes, from a defensive standpoint, especially when you're in coverage, man, when you're playing behind an elite rush, coverage becomes a lot easier. It's never easy, but it becomes a lot easier. You're not necessarily worried about double moves. You're not necessarily worried about guys looking you off because he just doesn't have that time. And for Casey, I thought that he really leaned on that, and that's something that for him, because he hasn't had to play behind this defense when it hasn't had TJ, this is all he knows. And that is a beautiful part as well. And for him, I'm hoping that he never has to experience, this defense minus the TJ Watt, because the impact is night and day, so to speak, when we're talking about how fast Dalton was having to get rid of that ball, or how he just never looked like he could just be comfortable back there compared to weeks when we haven't had TJ and we're like, bro, these quarterbacks back that thing with all type of time.
How the hell did we get Casey? He looks like an awesome safety when we got him on like a vet minimum contract. And then you hear him in the locker room in some of these interviews and stuff. He's got like a professional pro football NFL mentality.
Right.
Like got
the
that dog in him.
consistency part has to be there. And I think that was part of it. I know they talked about his tackling element, and that's why even him coming here, we're like, yo, he tackles really well.
That's what's crazy. Like, what the hell?
Right. But no different with Minka Fitzpatrick, right? His tackling this season compared to 2 years ago, night and day. So for Casey, it could be a similar situation where maybe when he was in Atlanta, he was only, focused on the pass coverage element of it. We knew he's specializing in interceptions, but we didn't hear about him as a, quote unquote, short tackler, big hitter, that type of thing. But now we're seeing that he's evolved. So maybe that was the difference for him. And that is a part of, playing in the NFL.
Arthur Mallett, too. He's
Prime
just
example.
finding a fit.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a fit for Casey because he feels like a Steeler to me. I hope it's not too good to be true, but it seems like a perfect match right now.
Yeah, but Arthur Mallett, you hit the nail on the head right there. I mean, he's been cut multiple times. But we're looking at him and we're like, bro, he is a major part of our defense in terms of what he brings to the table, his productivity. So, yeah, man, it's a good situation to be in. And the fact that we got both of those dudes on very cheap deals, I mean, shout out to management.
Yeah, unbelievable. Fish momentum. Deke, how are you, man? Glad you're okay. Moats. And just says
man,
Moats.
We it's all love, all love.
AJ Martinez, damn it, Deke. What do I do with the free Deke shirts? He already started the movement.
Hey, I told him, I was like, y'all triggered my PTSD. I was like, we legit have had that conversation in the past of like, yo, the homie got locked up. He ain't gonna be at work tomorrow. Do we wear free such and such shirts? After a big game. Sometimes people, get into little situations where they're innocent because he was actually innocent in that one. But sometimes, things happen. So yes, I was like, I actually do know how to get a free Deke shirt in like 24 hours, man. We've had these conversations before. But it was good we didn't need those. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, the merch, the publicity, I guess, would have been good. Or but,
yeah, maybe.
But no, it's not worth actually being in jail. Absolutely not.
I don't want that publicity for you, Deke. No. And I don't want it for us either. I'm good. I don't want that.
I would much rather not be in jail, ever. All right, we got Alex Mathis saying, did y'all see what Cam Jordan said about Ben not being a Hall of Famer? We need Debo to drop that man on his head. Is this from like 3-4 years ago?
It might have been. It was longer than that. I was still playing. Yeah. Because I remember that, and he was like the whole AA run and all that stuff. I mean, that's his opinion, though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's wrong.
Yeah, that's his opinion.
Farron Bradford, have we ever been on Hard Knocks? Will we ever? First one is no. Will we ever?
That just depends, yeah.
Yeah, time will tell.
Because if you don't make the playoffs, then Hard Knocks gets to decide if you're going to be the Hard
2
Knocks
years
team
in a
or
row,
not.
right?
Yeah. Well, for us, we've been making the postseason, so we've been able to avoid those rules. So as long as we keep winning and doing what we're supposed to do, we won't have to worry about that. We start losing and missing the postseason multiple seasons, then Hard Knocks says, hey, you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is Mike Tomlin. You're going to be on Hard Knocks. That's just how it goes sometimes.
Mon Brown, what's up, fellas? Good seeing you again, Moats. Good to get a win.
Salute, man. Heck yeah.
I wanted to light up a victory one from the Saints pack. One of these days, I'm going to catch up with Deke. Had a blast. Shout out Trina.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. But shout out to the homie Damon, man.
Saints pack hitting different.
Yeah, man. Well, it was fire.
Fish momentum. I'm back. Great win. Ambition live November 25th at Craft House.
You heard him.
Aiden Kaplan has joined the upper room.
Aiden Kaplan, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And welcome to the family, baby.
Steve Brooks says, Deke, drop your first day out freestyle.
First day out freestyle always be fire too, man. They prayed on Deke downfall. They prayed on his downfall. Let's go, man.
AJ Martinez, you don't pull on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind.
All right.
Jim Croce? Bad boy Leroy Brown.
You heard that song, right?
Yeah. The Leroy Brown song.
Yeah, but Jim.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, Jim
I don't.
His name, but
I don't
song,
catch the verse and how it goes to the song right now. I don't know the words that
like,
well.
You don't pull on Superman's cape. You don't let in the wind. You don't. You don't mess around with them. But no. I don't remember all the words to it either. But that's how it goes, man. Yeah.
I got that part. Yeah, I just didn't know those words. And then he says, "You don't put Deke in jail." LOL.
Yeah. This goes back to Deke's origin. You don't put him in a box. That's one thing that he said when we first met. You don't put me in a box,
Did
man.
I say that?
Well, you didn't say it directly to me. You said it more so to like the audience when they were trying to put you in a box. It's like, yo, you don't put Deke in a box. Deke isn't box guy. He's not professional or unprofessional. He's not buttoned up or unbuttoned up. He's just Deke. You can't put him in no box.
True.
Yeah.
AJ
Deke
Martinez
got versatility, man. Got
says
range.
the Diggler is free.
Shout out to the homie beer free, and he got the taco meat free too, ladies and gentlemen. More importantly, the ladies, we know the taco meat is it helps with the views. So shout out to the taco meat being out, Deke. We really appreciate that.
Nanzito, the offense finally looked cohesive, and the running backs were cooking. It was beautiful to see. Can't wait to see how this all looks when firing on all cylinders every Sunday.
Yeah, the cohesiveness was definitely there. I thought, in fact, let's do it like this. Starting with the running game. I've come up here and I've talked about the blocking, offensive linemen, wide receivers. I thought yesterday.
Kenny Pickett.
We'll get to him. But with the blocking, man, I thought number one, the effort was just across the board a lot better. Downfield and in the box. Some of the reasons why we struggle with some creating explosive runs is because we're not getting second level defenders blocked and we're not sustaining those blocks. Yesterday, as was highlighted a couple of times in the game, you could see where we were getting those second level blocks. On that run where you're talking about Kenny Pickett hauling tail down there, you got Deontay Johnson making a critical block on the perimeter. Those are the type of things that have to happen. When you talk about some of the styles of runs, I thought that they were schemed up nicely. I thought they were timed in terms of the timing of calling them. I thought that they were called in a timely manner. And you also had Najee running like the old Najee. No nonsense, no shake and bake, no jumping. I don't think I saw him jump one time yesterday.
Jalen Warren's the one that did it.
He did.
It
worked too. It worked.
Yeah.
It definitely worked.
He can't do anything wrong right now.
Yeah, it worked. But it was funny, though. You do see a little bit of difference, right, when we were talking about just the situation of him running the ball versus Najee running the ball when it is obvious running situations versus when they're looking at Jalen Warren and playing that too high look like, hey, he's a scat back. Some of those runs he did not have the same type of success on, but you can see when we used him in some of those, free release, get you out in the flag, get you the ball early, the impact that he could have. And it was also good to see that on the flip side, when Najee was in some of these situations, he did finally get a lighter box, right? He didn't have that safety down there. He was able to take advantage of it as well. But I thought as across the board, man, everybody did what they were supposed to do. Now, it wasn't perfect, but that's the type of performance that we can continue to build upon. Not saying that we're going to go forward and average, 200 yards we had on the ground yesterday? 217? Yeah. Not saying we're going to do that again.
First game since Bills in 2016.
Yeah, the snow game,
200 plus, yeah.
The snow game. And the reason why I don't think we'll do that consistently is because 50 of the yards were Kenny scrambles. And we understand that those were critical and huge in the game, but it's hard to bank on those always being there, always happening. But what we can bank on is that type of effort from this offensive line and from these receivers, because if they're doing that and you're getting Najee running the way that he ran yesterday, man, I think this run unit could be a lot better. And ultimately that I thought was a huge benefit to this passing game as well, and opening up some of the play action pass stuff that we saw yesterday too, man.
Going back to Cal Monier's phone call, first thing he said, not missing Claypool. Coincidence. He's gone. Feels like everyone's all in. Feels like a different vibe right now.
Oh, y'all doing that?
I feel like it's too much. I feel like
Y'all
it is
doing
too
that.
much. I'm just saying, it feels different right now. It really does.
Well, it's because we won.
It might be. I'm not making him out
Yeah.
to be a scapegoat or anything.
'cause
I'm just saying I love the feel of this team right now. It does feel like Steeler football. We ran the ball awesome. The blocking was there. And it goes back to everything you said at the beginning of this, where dudes were getting to that second level. The receivers. The linemen were giving that extra effort, just getting out there in space. Kenny Pickett's running down the field 30, 40 yards. Just felt right, dude. Defense getting TJ Watt. I mean, I'm sure that has a big part of it, but man, I
Also,
like the
coming
vibes.
off of the bye week, more preparation. I thought Matt Canada was more confident in what he was calling, and the execution was better. Still wasn't as good as it could have been. We left a lot of points out there, man. Touchdown opportunities we left out there, but it was definitely a step in the right direction. But yeah, I ain't about to put that on Claypool like that, man. Y'all got me messed up, man. Don't do that.
I'm just saying the one report's out there about distraction. Now we don't know one way or another. I just feel like now here's the other thing. We started doing different formations without Claypool too.
Absolutely.
That has to be a part of it. So even if you want to take out just the whole locker room vibes and what Claypool was bringing from a chemistry standpoint, just how we played is different too without Claypool. Maybe there's more veracity to that at least.
Yes. I thought that
Bigger personnel.
Yeah, I thought that was definitely a part of it. I also thought the matchup helped us as well. Like
They
was
did have a lot of injuries.
Like, come on, man, it's a lot of context to what it is. That's why I'm just like, man, don't put that on Claypool as like you move him out and now everything is like perfect, because that's no different than what people were saying when it was Mitch. And it was like, oh, get rid of Mitch, put Kenny out there, everything is perfect, or fire Canada and everything is perfect. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I think it was like, because we do not know the validity of that whole locker room report, and that's my other part. Is like, man, I ain't.
It's speculation, but I do think what I said on the tail end of that of just all right, Steeler football, Gentry out there, Connor Hayward, Derek Watt, committed to running the ball. I don't know if Claypool not being in the lineup has anything to do with it, because if you have a Claypool, Pickens, Deontay, you want to get those three on the field.
Absolutely.
So you're taking one of the bigger guys
and we
out.
also said too, the blocking was a lot more consistent across the board, because as we said, it's never just been Claypool or one player that wasn't sustaining their blocks or wasn't blocking the way that they are capable of. All of them dudes at some point in time, including your favorites, were not making their blocks or not consistently showing the effort that you would expect from them, man. But as a whole though, this definitely was the type of game that we wanted to see though, man. It definitely felt like a vintage Steeler performance, but I thought also it was a change in philosophy. We talked about how we didn't know if we were a pass first unit or a run first unit. We want to throw the ball 40, 50 times with Kenny. And outside of yesterday, we hadn't seen a performance where they really dialed it back and tried to focus on running the ball. I thought yesterday was one of those ones where I want to say was like pretty much even in terms of runs and passes. But more importantly, it felt as if we were setting up our passes off of the run, versus it being the flip side where we're trying to set up the run off of throwing. It was like, nah, man, yesterday, man, we were able to hand that ball off, and that's no different than when you see Tom Brady, when you're seeing some of these other veteran quarterbacks, they want to do it off of the run because it makes it simple for you. It makes it easier to read. And when you're able to have that type of constant running game, man, it takes some of the pressure off of you as a quarterback. I thought yesterday, Matt Canada, when he was calling some of these calls, he had that intention. We're going to run this rock, and we're going to keep running it. And then we're going to play action off of it, but then we're going to come back to this thing and run it some more. I really enjoyed that, man, because we really hadn't committed to running the football or even playing the big personnel game at any point in time this season outside of yesterday too, man. So that was also, I thought, for Matt Canada, one of those things that when we're looking at him and how he's continuing to improve, like we talk about Kenny Pickett, like we talk about the offense, like we talk about the blocking, those are some of the things to him that I'm like, I like this. Like, this is definitely steps in the right direction as well.
I think the defense helped out with that a lot, because usually every time we talked about if Pickett and the offense is passing too much, I would bring up that, man, we would get down double-digit points early on, and maybe sometimes you feel like you'd have to pass to get back in it because you don't know if you could trust the defense to hold the opposing offense to just punt the ball and get 3 and outs and stuff like that. So with the defense stopping the Saints, that gave our offense a time to just set the tone.
Even gave them a short
start
field.
Getting the running game going. We
talked about that too, the short fields.
Yeah, exactly. Turnovers, for sure. So I think it was a total team effort. I mean, it goes back to what you said, though, too. We do have some stuff we got to clean up, but, man, It's a huge step in the right direction.
Nah, absolutely, man.
Because the not scoring over 20 points really isn't on the offense. Matt Wright missed 2 field goals.
Yeah.
That's 26 points right there.
And even with that, this offense
could
is
have
still
30.
capable of scoring. I'm about to say they're still capable
could
of
have 30
scoring more
yesterday.
than that, man. Absolutely. They still could have scored more than that. So, yeah.
Child of the corn. Yo, fellas, digging the...
Paranormal activity shirt.
Oh, I didn't know what he was trying to say there.
Yeah, the T-shirt, you know, because it was kind of weird yesterday, man. There was a lot of weird stuff going on, man. Steelers taking care of the way that they did. The whole Deke arrested, not arrested. The ending of that Bills game, which was absolutely insane to watch. I enjoyed
Do you have
it.
anything to vent?
Nah, not really. It's just a game. Yeah. You know, I don't overreact one way or the other, man. I'm like, bro, these past 2 weeks, they've been up double digits, and it's been self-inflicted. I ain't tripping on that. Totally different conversation. Yeah.
I think the big silver lining for the... I mean, we know who Josh Allen is. He's
absolutely.
really good. But
Mhm.
after that whole fumble fiasco,
Yeah.
he was able to get
Still
them
came
the
down
field
there.
goal to take them
Absolutely.
to overtime. And then he just made a stupid pick in
Yeah.
overtime, too.
After he let
Trying to
him
win the
back
game.
down there. That's it. Too greedy. The past 2 weeks, too greedy. Talk about his percentages in the red zone, never throwing picks, and now in the past 2 games, you done thrown 3 picks in the red zone. That type of stuff. So, no, I am actually not concerned at the least bit, man. And
They'll be fine for the
health-wise,
playoffs, but it goes
Yeah.
back to they might lose their 1 or 2 seed now.
No, that is legitimate, yes. But health-wise, looked fine. They still the Bills, man. So, now we ain't tripping on that at all. Like I said,
Okay.
it might be good for him.
Child of the Corn also says he likes the Najee runs as well.
Oh, absolutely. Bro, if he can run like that, we all right. It just can't be the shake and bake.
I still think we need to get Jalen Warren the ball more.
And he will. You saw yesterday, he touched it a lot. It was legit a 1-2 combo yesterday. Like, legit
Yeah,
1-2
keep
punch,
that
man.
up and maybe get Jalen Warren the ball just in space. Dink
He's
and
a-
dunk to him because
that's
he
the
looks like a
difference.
Shane Vereen. He looks like
Yeah.
a Deion Lewis when he gets the ball.
But you see how you're specific. That's third down style backs. You can't third down style back as your primary back. It changes up your approach. Now you're taking more of a finesse approach versus a physicality approach. So you still need to have
Oh,
that
yeah,
Najee
that's-
being the guy.
Yeah, because if Najee's running like that, we
That's
should
what
be
I'm saying.
fine.
Yeah, because otherwise it just becomes we're gonna play small ball and I'm gonna put an extra athlete out here. Now that advantage isn't there. But as long as we still maintain the physical Najee, that version of Jalen is gonna continue to just take off.
I feel like it could be the perfect 1-2 combo because someone brought it up in the chat. It's getting colder, so dudes aren't going to be wanting to tackle Najee.
Absolutely,
But
man.
I also think there are times with Najee, the offense gets a little stale when he's running the ball.
Yeah.
That's when you bring in Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
And then vice versa.
But you also have to think this too, man. Still isn't necessarily a bad thing because for fans, stale is a 2-yard run. Stale is a 3-yard run. Whereas when you're talking
Right,
about
and it looks ugly.
right, it just looks ugly as boring. But when you're talking about actually setting up plays, you need that. Because if you don't, then I'm never going to believe that you're actually trying to run this rock. And that just changes the philosophy. It changes what you're going to do defensively, what you're going to react to, and how you're going to ultimately attack. So it's like, even though it doesn't win style points and is not the prettiest, it does have a place. It serves a purpose. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
100%. I love it.
It's kind of like the jet sweep.
Can we
It's like,
keep-
man, we don't like the jet sweep, but it's like, yo, we know what the purpose is. It picks up them 5 to weird 13-yard gains every time or a lot of the time, but it's one of them just catch them off guard, misdirection, easy pickup. Not the prettiest, but that's the purpose it serves, man.
Dude, this is the formula,
Yeah.
man. Going back to whenever Ben was a rookie, whenever Ben was young, ran the shit out of the ball with Bettis, Deuce Staley. His second year, we had Willie Parker. We still had the bust for the goal line stuff. So we ran it really well. We had Ben step up and make clutch throws and big throws when needed.
Yeah.
And then the defense was awesome.
Nah. Oh,
Let's keep doing that, please.
And I'm going to go off the beaten path right quick. So I'm going back in time, right? So me and my little man, because he's like obsessed about my football stuff. So
Okay.
we're going back and I'm just cutting up different plays from like my career. And I'm working through the Buffalo stuff. And I finally got to Steelers Bills 2013.
The
Bro,
Stevie Johnson one?
No. This was the one we lost in Pittsburgh. But the thing was,
Wow, I don't even remember that one.
but this is the thing, bro. It was like they kept talking about how Ben was like, yo, was it trade rumors? And then Mr. Rooney was like, yo, we weren't going to trade him. What was that all about? Was they really about to trade something?
You said 2013?
2013, yes.
I don't
was
know
like
why
Mr.
it was
Rooney
brought up
had to
then.
like give a report at halftime, talk about, man, the reporting about 7 being on the trade block was, false and all this other stuff. I'm like, bro, what was going on in 2013?
I wouldn't understand 2013.
Okay.
I have no clue. But there were the whole trade rumors back, like 2010,
I remember
2011.
that
I
part,
wouldn't
yeah.
understand 2013.
Yeah,
No
it
clue.
was so crazy. I'm watching the game. I'm like, bro, what are they talking about? I'm like, what was in 2013 that 7 would have been having issues? Because then they were like, oh, was reports that he even said that he wanted to get, or that they could look for trade options. I'm like, what? So I was like, let me make sure I bring up that the Deke. And when you brought 7 up, it just reminded me.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think there was any point after 2010, 2011
Okay.
that Ben was seriously getting traded or talks about him seriously
Bro,
getting
when I
traded.
saw, I was like, yo, it just threw me off. I'm like, yo, I'm going to check with, I said, Deke know the facts on this 2013 stuff. Let me ask him, man.
Probably whoever made up those rumors was the person that said I got arrested yesterday.
Man.
I mean, I think,
That was one of them
just,
broadcasters, though, when I was watching it.
Yeah, someone was just trying to fan the flames a little bit
All
back
right.
then in 2013.
Well, whoever that was.
It was
man.
fake news before fake news
Hey,
existed.
there it is. It was one of them broadcasters. I don't think Aikman was up there then. Who was up there in 13? CBS 13 broadcast. Whoever's on that team, that's who you know what I'm saying, put it on them. Yeah.
D'Angelo May says, feels great to have a victory Monday. It's
Man,
even better when your
facts.
girl surprises you with Steelers-Ravens tickets for her first game in the Berg.
Let's go.
That's a good one.
No, that's major, man.
At this rate, it might get flexed to Sunday Night Football, even though I don't want it to be flexed.
It was one game. Can we let's if we win this weekend,
Dude,
maybe
we're back.
We're back. We're already
We
there.
are back, dude.
God dang, Deke. What we got?
We are back.
Time out. No, Deke, I have a bone to pick with you. Actually,
We are back.
I have a bone to pick with you, and I'm glad you just said we're back. You're doing it.
Steeler football.
You
back.
know why I have an issue with you? You're jinxing the season going forward the same way you jinxed Matt Wright. Because when you came in here on Wednesday and I said, Deke, don't
keep
get
the faith with Matt Wright. Keep the faith.
no, absolutely not.
Keep
Deke.
the faith.
I said, Deke,
He's
don't you come
still
up here and
good
do
kicker.
this. You over here like, man, if we won't go have Boz, that's the one I wanted. I'm telling you, man, he money. He good. Don't worry about that, man. You see what he does in his career. I'm like, yo, Deke, he's good. But let's be real. There's a reason why he's been out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that he's not Boz, but he's not Boz. He was over there, bro, nah, he good. And then you say he missing 39s and 48s. You jinxed him. And now you about to do the same thing with us, talk about, nah, we back, man. You saw that win we just got, man. They ain't got nothing for us. We finna put 50 on the Bengals next week. And then we're going to come out here and get our feelings hurt because you jinxing us, Deke. So stop it, man. Stop it. You jinx Matt Wright, man. Now they want to cut Matthew Wright. You know how many people said they want to bring back Scuba? It's Skiba, right? Yeah, Skiba.
He's 100% too. Yeah,
Stop,
Matthew
see?
Wright's not 100% anymore
See?
as a Steeler.
Oh, so how you feel about him?
No,
now,
we
man?
got to stick with Matthew
Okay.
Wright. I
Okay.
still have faith in him. Keep the faith.
Okay.
Was one of those a bad snap or something? What
Uh,
happened
that-
on that?
I don't know.
What happened on the shank? Like that was a really
it
bad
looked like
hook.
he was just shanking. It looked like from my perspective.
The other one was a draw. He just drew it a little bit too much.
Either way, it was a miss.
It was a mess.
It was a miss.
And that was
Twice.
from 30-something.
39 and then 48.
Yeah, the shank was on the longer one.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad
Yeah.
performance by him.
Yeah. But you're sticking with Matt Wright. You're good on him?
Yeah, let's stick with him.
Because a lot of people have moved on from
I'm not
him.
jinxing this team, dude.
Are you
Because
sure? Because you jinxed
I've
Matt
had
Wright.
this energy. No. I've had this
And
energy
you
about
jinxed the
this
team
team.
before.
No.
16
never.
0 or 15-1, you jinxed us. 11-0, you jinxed us.
No.
You did.
Never jinxed it.
You did, bro. 11-0. We were not losing until you changed them and then you started jinxing us, bro.
I didn't change up at all.
No, man. It
I
was on
kept
you,
the
man.
beard going.
No, and then you cut the eyebrow off. That's what happened. You threw the rotation off.
That's because we were losing. We needed to change some stuff up.
Because you was jinxing us, man. Stop jinxing us, man.
No,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say this because I've felt like the Steelers have been better than their record.
Uh-huh.
And it's showing today, or yesterday. Find their identity.
Just don't jinx us, man.
They got
Don't
their
you jinx
ID
us.
back. They lost their license. They got it back.
You feel how good this victory felt
Steeler
right
football.
now? You see how good this felt right now? You weren't like this, man, last week. So I just need you to just stay consistent with us, man, so we keep winning, man. Don't you break it down.
Wait, what do you mean? I said we're going on a second half run.
You said second half run, but you ain't say, yo, we back. This is it
We're
right
back.
now. See, that's the difference.
This is-
Oh, man,
this is how I like to see it.
Oh, man.
This is how I want to see the Steelers play right
man.
now. It's perfect. I mean, it goes hand in hand with what you're saying, though, too.
It does.
Let's help Kenny out on offense.
It
We're doing
does.
that.
But you see the difference.
Let's get the defense better. Let's get TJ Watt back.
Same message.
We're back.
Difference in terms of how we communicate.
We're
That's
back,
all.
dude.
Same message, just different how we communicate.
We're about
man.
to go on a run here.
Jeez.
I've been saying that, and I feel even better about it now. Steeler football,
Don't
baby.
you jinx us, Deke. Just don't you
Steeler
jinx
football,
us, man.
baby.
Just
Dude,
don't you jinx us, Deke. I ain't got.
I can't be wrong
take it, man. I can't
about
take no
these
more
vibes,
jinxes,
right?
man.
You got to be feeling these vibes, too.
I feel them, but I'm not trying to jinx them. That's all I'm saying, man. And there's a difference. You're trying to jinx it. It feels like you're gonna jinx it, man. Just feel it.
No way.
Next, you're gonna be over here pre-printed up Bengals pack on a Thursday.
Nope.
Like-
I'm
like-
not
like,
doing that again.
It's that
Nope.
type of stuff. You
I'm
know
not
what I mean?
doing
It's
that
that
again.
type of stuff. But that's what you're doing. You see what I'm
I
saying?
did that last year against the Chiefs. I'm
Yeah,
not doing
yeah.
that this year. Ultimately, we still made the playoffs. We did lose that Chiefs game. I didn't do that for the playoffs game. Maybe I should have done that for the playoffs game. Maybe I should have ran it back. Maybe second time was a charm for the pre-order cheese pack.
The pre-order cheese pack in color.
Feeling good, dude. I can't help it.
Nah, man, but I did look at Matt and kind of think the same thing, though, man. Just an off day. It happens, you know. Hopefully he can't have another repeat of this because he doesn't have the same type of cachet that, you know, Boz has. But Matt Wright, throughout, you know, his kicking career thus far, I think we can give him a little bit of grace. And because we won, too. If we would have lost, I think it's a different conversation.
Sure.
If you lose and you miss 2 field goals, nah, man, we ain't got time for that. But we won, no harm, no foul.
Because he did make, 2 or 3? Well,
Yeah,
he made the extra
first
points,
one, yeah.
and he made a couple other field goals and everything. Yeah, give him some grace.
Yeah.
He was good for the Jaguars last year. He
Absolutely.
was fine for the Chiefs this year.
Yeah.
He was good for us 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right, little off game.
Yeah.
Got a new
Give him
number.
time. Give
Number
him time.
4. AJ Martinez. D. Brown in the house. Hell yeah. Trina in the house.
Let's get it.
Robarian in the house.
Let's get it.
Steelers O-line holding steady.
Facts.
Yeah, there were a couple times whenever Pickett dropped back to pass. It goes
Yeah.
back to what I felt in that Bucs game where, man, Pickett's got a lot of time right here.
Yeah.
Scanning
Honestly,
the field.
Yeah, and even though he ended up getting sacked 6 times, they were not all on the offensive line. I thought that some of those, man, it was just him escaping too much the wrong way. Not stepping up, doing more of trying to go out the back door and stuff like that. It happens. It's cool. It's because he's young. But I thought, like you said, man, the offensive line's protection was good. The tackles, I thought they held up. We talked about Cameron Jordan. We said the way that he wins, and it showed yesterday, man. He wasn't just cooking guys in the manner of like a TJ Watt or even a Alex Highsmith. He's going to be one of those.
He just waits around.
I'm going to wait around. And you look at the sack that he got, the half he has, it was literally on like the Kenny in the pocket scrambling. I think someone it's like it looked like he was tripping over Chooks almost, and Cameron Jordan just runs over there and touches him with somebody else. It's like that type of stuff. Like, it's still dope. It's legit, but it's a little different, you know? So I did think that those guys held up the way that they were supposed to. And now I did remember one specific play. Now all right, I got to do it.
Dotson got cooked on one.
It was the one where Kenny got smacked too, and he got up limping. I was like, dang, Dotson, it can't happen 2 times now. I felt instantly bad for Dotson. I was like, yo, you got him hurt last time, Dotson. Please don't tell me you the guy again. And when I saw it was Dotson, I was like, oh, no. It was bad, bro. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. I'm like, and you know, Dotson, that's the homie. Like, it's love with Dotson, man. But, yeah, when I saw him get beat the way that he did, and Kenny got up limping, I was like, dang, they gonna DM you if we lose this week. Boy, they gonna DM you. But we won. Kenny stayed out there, and it was good because now Kenny has that like bend performance because it looked kind of like he had the little bend limping. I was like, all right.
Yeah, they asked him about his
It
ankle.
looked tough. I liked
think
it, man.
One ankle's banged. I think it's the left one. Yeah, so it happens when you play football. You get hurt a little bit. It is what it is. Farron Bradford. I think this was the first game without any head-scratching plays on offense. I loved 83 getting touches.
Shout
and
out
the
to
amount
Hayward,
of touches
man.
that people got. Ball distribution was A1. Schematically saw improvement.
No, facts, man. And shout out to you, Farron Bradford, for even acknowledging that. I know that's not always the easiest thing to do whenever, you know, certain people that have been under fire. You know, when you talk about Matt Canada, he's been under fire multiple times this season. But, yeah, we can acknowledge that he did improve this game regardless of what we think of him long term or big picture. But this game, yeah, he definitely, you know, did improve. Schematically, I thought that he had some really nice design plays. One in particular was the 4th and 2 first quarter where he hits Jalen Warren. They call the fast release, get Jalen going right now. So if it's man to man, I'm gonna win. If it's zone, I'm still gonna win. It's one of those concepts where, you know, you're just gonna be good. And then the placement of the wide receivers to create a natural pick as well as a defender, we hate that. It's the pick wheel route. If you go over the top, you're going to be late in terms of him catching that ball and picking up the first down. If you try to go underneath, well, now he can beat you on top because of the angle of it, man. So it was really good to see that. Even some of the backside slant stuff that he had designed off of the play action pass to Deontay Johnson and George Pickens, even got a chance to show Kenny making some NFL caliber throws. When we talk about them tight windows where, hey, if this guy's on his back shoulder, you got to throw it to his front shoulder. They don't always get highlighted in the games because they're slant plays and stuff like that. But seeing those type of throws, those type of reads off of the play action pass, I thought Canada did a good job of simplifying it for Kenny and allowing him to make those type of plays. But then it was also good to see Kenny actually be able to execute that as well. So just to go back to that schematically stuff that you were talking about, man, I thought across the board that was really good as well, man.
Yeah, I thought Pickett was pretty money in this game. 18 for 30. All of his misses.
Early on, he was struggling, bro.
Early
on, he was struggling.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, here's my point, though. Ball security was there, 100%.
Yes.
That was one of
No
the complaints that we were
turnovers,
having. Yeah, no
Heck yeah,
turnovers.
salute
So
him for that, man.
all of his incompletions,
Yeah.
there was pretty much no chance any of the Saints defenders were going to intercept the ball. There was one that they did intercept, but as soon as Pickett threw it, he was looking at him saying, like, come on, you can't get away with that.
It was a flag.
Everything else, it was either a throwaway or it was only where the receiver was going to catch it. And some of them were actually some close drops. Like Najee, there was that one.
No, hit him in the hands.
He faded up back in the
hit him
end
in the
zone.
hands.
I don't know if we
Absolutely.
want to like give Najee a break on that or not because he's a running back, but that was an
Depending on how you
absolute
look at
dime
it.
by Pickett.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. It was a beautiful pass. No, I'm with you on that. But he did have in the first half, he had some misses. And that was the part. It was like, he's a rookie. He's not going to be perfect. Shoot, none of these quarterbacks are perfect. But for him, man, I'm just enjoying to see how he keeps getting confident, keeps responding as well. Because, when you miss some throws, man, early on, it's easy to get in the tank. When you have a couple bad plays early on, it's easy to get in the tank. But he did the opposite. He kept getting better as the game went on. And then to see, even in the fourth quarter, some of the execution, that was huge. Not only defensively, we not allowing them to ever get past them 10 points, but offensively, man, we executed that 4-minute offense like beautifully. The running game element of it, even the series prior to that, or 2 series prior to that, when we got the interception from Casey, I think it was, and that was where we, go down there and we were able to punch it in and stuff like that. Just seeing how he was in command of the offense, seeing how he was able to lead those scoring drives or put them in position even for some of those field goal drives and stuff like that, man. I thought that was also a real testament to him and just how he's continuing to evolve and continuing to get better. But he still got some work to do, man. I don't want you to just make him perfect today, man, because then they're going to be going over there tripping on him next week.
I just think the formula is there. Like, he's able to do stuff now where we can win as the quarterback, as the leader of this team. And it's not going to be perfect with him being a rookie, but what he can bring to the table and his escapability, he got 50 rush yards there.
Bro,
some of them were big first down pickups.
Huge, man. Absolutely.
Combine that with the throws that we're seeing. And now, and this is what I was kind of talking about earlier, I think the defense performing how they did in that first quarter, second quarter, early on, that gave the offense leeway for Pickett to maybe have a little bit of a misstep here or there early on.
Absolutely.
And then we finally got our stride, and the run game was a huge help too.
But that's what, like, all of these guys have to work together. All 3 phases, man. It has to be locked in, and it was yesterday. And that was also, why when we talk about this team going forward, everything that we saw yesterday was in-house corrections, right? We talk about consistency in the running game. When we're talking about guys getting open, throwing good passes, we're talking about tackling, rushing the passer, creating turnovers, and actually catching the turnovers.
He called a shot. He said, we got to catch these balls on defense. And he caught it.
Like,
First
literally, all of these things, man, all of these things that we've been talking about these previous weeks, we finally saw it come together. Now, context does matter. But at the same time, these are things that we can expect to at least build upon. Now, we will see when you face a more polished opponent, what that might look like, because we said this Saints team was very similar to us in a sense of, where they're at roster-wise and personnel and stuff like that. But I'm glad we were able to take care of that, man, because we got to win the ones we're supposed to win. And that yesterday was 100% when we were supposed to win, and I'm glad that we did that.
Gorilla mode. He's bringing up the theory, too. Seems to be addition by subtraction with Claypool. Untapped potential on display with Freiermuth. Pickens getting more targets. Warren feels like he's about to house it every touch. Future's bright.
I like what we're seeing right now. Like I said, I'm not about to say that this is an addition by subtraction, no Claypool concept, because then that would be implying that he was the issue. To me, I don't think he was the issue. I do like how we responded out the bye week versus the Saints, but there's still a very small sample size as well. Now, in the short, immediate, yes, it does look good. Let's see, though. Can we repeat this, man? Let's keep building upon this, man. We ain't going to just put all this on Claypool, though, baby.
No, we ain't putting it all on Claypool. But it is a thought. It is a little bit of a thought. We need to fix a lot of other stuff. Defense getting healthy was a big part of that, too. Running the ball better. I mean, these are all various things, right? And the bye week helped with that, getting healthy, and also just the offense coming together. Whatever they were doing behind the scenes, Pickett was talking about studying more, getting on the same page. Najee was talking about fixing stuff in the locker room and just doing things differently. So something happened, some type of flip switch. At least that's what I felt just watching the game. It felt like there was this all-in attitude across the board that we've been missing at times throughout the last couple seasons. Anything with Freiermuth, Pickens getting more targets? Warren taking it to the house?
No. Like I said, for me, it's just a different perspective. I like how you look at it and you're like, man, you know, these guys they're all bought in. They're more committed. To me, I look at it as, man, you guys had the bye week and you came out more prepared. And you came out there and you played with confidence and you executed because
being at home doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, I'm looking at it more like that way than like them necessarily like recommitting or refocusing. It's more so just, man, they had time to, number one, get healthy, but number two, get more confident and comfortable in the concepts that they're being asked to do. You know, if we only look at the intangible, then that's week by week. That's going to go up and down, right? If you're feeling good this week and you got momentum and you're at home, we're going to play great. If we're on the road and we didn't sleep well and the crowd's not behind us, we're not going to play well. But if you look at the intangible and we're looking at, man, these are the reasons why they played well this week, that's the stuff that we're like, no, this travels. Running game, blocking like that travels. You know, defense, creating turnovers. It wasn't as if they did anything special in terms of the interception. It was just Casey being in his spot. Doing what we're supposed to do. We not laughed about it, but we acknowledged it when we first signed him and was like, man, he has so many picks, but some of them are almost like they bounce right to him. That's because he's always in the right space. 2-man defense, he has to be over top. Levi Watts does a really good job of making sure he's the low man defender, so that we got to put a little bit more air on it. Jarvis Landry doesn't handle it the way that he needs to, and it puts it perfectly in position for Casey to just make the play he's supposed to make. Doesn't have to do anything special, just make the play you're supposed to make. Those are things that we can keep building upon and be like, you know what, man, heck yeah, we can count on this going forward. Levi Wallace interception. Man, in phase, head around, make a play on the ball, and actually finish the play. Those are, once again, things that it's like, yo, we don't have to have anything special happen. This is nothing that, you know, we need an outside variable. That's just us doing what we're supposed to do. So I look at it more like that than, you know, take away a Claypool and it opens up this, or guys get more committed and guys are just feeling better now. It's just more like, I just look at it like, yo, these dudes are just able to execute because they're more confident in what they were asked to do this week.
Sure. I mean,
but either way, man, as long as it works,
well, no, I was going to say we should have won those 3 games that I kept talking about, the Patriots, Jets, and Dolphins with a Claypool. And some of that was actually due to defense. 2 of those games were
self-inflicted.
Actually, all
at
games
times
were due to defense. The other one was
self-inflicted at times, man, where it's like,
so that wasn't particularly on Claypool. But maybe it could be a mix of all of it. Maybe without Claypool, if that report's true, distraction, maybe just people are more locked in.
And think about it in the concept of this too. Even if it's not necessarily Claypool a distraction, the message also is this. Claypool has been a starting receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, second-round pick, and we traded him within 3 years. If you're a second-round pick or later, what are you looking at and feeling like you're confident in? You know, if we'll move on from this dude who's been a key part of our offense since he's joined this team, and we'll move on from him in season, none of y'all are safe. Unless you're like a first-rounder or a second contract guy, right? So that's the other messaging that it does send, that maybe not necessarily saying that Claypool is a distraction or anything negative, but when you see a guy like him get moved out that locker room, when you in there and you not on that level, you know what that does to you? You like, bro, I'm about to go study a little bit more. I'm going to go work out a little bit, man. Like, because you don't feel like, man, you're safe enough anymore if that guy can get moved on from. So I do think that also plays a part of this thing too, man.
Right. I guess the locked in or focus could be 2 different reasons. That could be a reason there.
Heck yeah, dude.
I brought up just the formations changing. We have bigger personnel out there. But also, how many times have we been falling back to at least just us talking about it, where Steelers have so much talent at receiver. There's so much talent at receiver. Now you lose one, it's like, okay, now we like really got to be detailed about who we want to get the ball, how we want to call it.
It's more intentional now. Heck
yeah, exactly.
Like, I can't just call a superficial play because I have athletes that I think are always going to win. It's like, oh man, well now I'm short one of these dudes. Now we really need to design this to the best of our ability right here. And some of that you could put as a fault on Canada if that's truly the case. We don't know this information. We're always just talking about it, but I'm sure that does come into, you know, play when you have the array of weapons that we've had this year and obviously last year as well. I'm sure that does fall into it, man.
Nick, why? Ben was up in the box. Can we get confirmation that he called play? Number 7 GOAT.
He was in the box. Now every time they showed him, he wasn't speaking though. So I don't know if he was Morse coding the calls. I know Randy Fiechner was in the building as well.
Was he?
His headphones still weren't plugged in though. That's what they said.
They didn't show him at the stadium.
But he was in the
Why
building.
didn't they show him?
He was in the building.
He might have got some cheers.
He was in the building. You low key this year he probably would have got cheers this year. It's all about when you do it. You know, if he comes this year, for a fact he would get a standing ovation. All right. If he would have came last year in the second half of the season, he would got a standing ovation. All right.
He was a part of the staff on those Super Bowl teams, right?
Yeah, he was quarterbacks coach.
QB coach or whatever,
and then
right?
he became OC the last 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
2018, 2019, or whatever. But
Yeah.
what they could have done is throw, because there's got to be a reason to throw him up. There's got to be
Right.
something to cheer for underneath. 2-time Super Bowl winning coach
Yeah.
for the Steelers. They could have put that
Absolutely,
on
man.
there.
It's that simple, man.
Randy Fiechner.
Absolutely.
Because you don't just put offensive coordinator for 2018,
Right.
2019, whatever. You gotta
Super Bowl
fluff it up
champ,
a little
man.
bit.
Go with the big accolades first, man. Yes.
AJ Martinez, Sabotage 7, Deke is free 6'9", The Killer Kamikaze 23, School and Future Research 2023.
Shout out.
Yeah, Casey changed his number to 23. How do you pull that off?
Bro, literally, it threw me off yesterday, man. I'm doing the post game, and I'm like, bro, 23, no, 20, who's 23, 20? I'm like, yo, that was Casey. He did switch. But this is what happened. He switched it, and then he went to injured reserve. Because remember, he was 24 during the preseason, him and Snell. And when he switched his number, he went to injured reserve, and then he got the suspension. So it was like back to back. I thought all that went on.
Who was 23 in the preseason? Why couldn't he just get that number?
Who was 23 in the preseason?
I don't know. I mean, that's Joe Hayden's old number.
Yeah, I don't know why he wasn't 23 in the preseason. Or what did he wear in Atlanta? Was he 24 in Atlanta? Because that also could have been a part of it too.
Yeah, maybe he was thinking, like, in case
Yeah.
Snell gets cut, at least I have my 24 still.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost just like a game of chicken. Like, who gets cuts out of us?
Honestly,
Who gets to keep the number?
Honestly, we play that game. I tell you, anybody know my Buffalo story? I played that game. I'm not finna pay for this number. I'm gonna wait him out, and I think I could get it. I'm telling you, bro.
Well, you were 5'2" the whole time up there, right?
So you're telling me it worked? Okay.
Nice.
all love for my homies up there, man.
So the guy was on offense, huh?
No,
Wait, how did that work? 2 5-2s on defense?
2 dogs, 1 bone.
How long did that last? Because that's not even possible for preseason games. So it was during camp, right?
2 dogs, 1 bone.
Rookie mini camps, OTAs.
One dog is still with us. The other dog, you know.
It had to have been early.
Yeah, the other dog ain't make it up out of that thing. It happens. It happens. You know, it happens. Yeah, good dude though. Awesome cat, man. In fact, when we get off the air, we could talk about it. You would even like him as well, man, because you had a connection to him. You don't even know, but you got a connection to him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan McPherson. Hey, Moats and Deke. I won $112 on DraftKings
Let's
on a
get it.
$25
Let's get it.
wager for predicting Kenny would score a rushing or receiving touchdown. I knew he would after seeing him do it twice in the Jets game in person.
Yeah, that's bold. That's bold. He would receive it or rush it. I like it though.
The QB sneak's undefeated right now.
I
think he's 100%.
It is. And dude, you saw we were talking about our 4th down percentage. Like we're right behind Philly in terms of like conversion rates on 4th down right now. It's nuts. But we win a lot, man. Between the QB sneak, the Jalen Warren stuff, yeah, we get it in, man. And shout out to DraftKings too, man, because I actually hit a lick too, man. Shout out to Jean-Wei Lee winning her belt back. Yeah. Had to hit them folk one time, Deke. It felt awesome, baby.
Wasn't there a big upset?
It was. Well, actually, dude, that card was nuts, man. Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, insane fight. Like, bro, one of the ones like instant classic. You watch that, it's like, holy cow, this is what fighting is right here, man. But the upset, Izzy did get beat by Alex Pereira, but it was dope. So talked about how Pereira had knocked him out previously in the kickboxing only match, right? Beat him twice, but one time knocked him out. So they start the fight off, man. Pereira's like massive to him. Turns like size and stuff. But Izzy is doing his thing. And Izzy gets to the point where he's probably up 2 rounds on him. And it's like, yo, he's about to pull. He's pulling away. Pereira's getting tired. Izzy starting to get in his zone, getting comfy. And it was almost as if he stopped being afraid of him. Like, I thought early on he was still like nervous, like, I'm fighting, but I'm like super locked in. I got to be perfect. And it was like when he finally chilled out, that's when he got caught, hit a couple times. And then it was like, bro, he started hitting with them haymakers. He never technically goes out, but, bro, they saved his life because he was on the way, bro. But no, it was a dope fight, man. They got to run it back, though.
That is the first of the three. Like
That was the main one, the one right there.
No. I guess what am I saying here?
In terms of UFC,
no,
that's the first one.
Those two fighting each other. Yeah.
That's the first of them for UFC.
So they can do a best of 3 series.
Right,
now.
they fought twice in kickboxing, but never in mixed martial arts. This is their first full mixed martial arts fight.
Okay.
And like I said, Izzy was up at points like he was about to dominate it. It was just, the dude hits him a couple times, and that kind of changed the whole dynamic of the fight. But it was late. It was kind of like when Usman lost. Usman lost in the 5th round with like 30 seconds left. And we're like, bro, he dominated. Izzy's up. It's the 4th round. It's like, bro, he's dominating this dude, and then he just gets caught. You know what I mean? So it's like that type
I
of
get you.
Yeah.
Reese Zakowski has joined the upper room.
Oh, shout out to Reese Zakowski, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Next, Ryan McPherson. What's your favorite play from this game? I like Najee's long run, KP's bomb to DJ, or Wallace's pick. Kenny is a good scrambler. What do you think?
All right, let's see.
Wow.
If I'm going defense, give me Arthur Milet on the PBU because he came on our show and talked about how he wanted to improve upon his ball skills and finishing at the catch point, and then to see him do it a couple of weeks later, I thought that was really dope. And he has the first name Arthur, first initial of his last name being M, so I am very, very, very biased. Couple of other plays that I thought that I liked. Pat, he had the one-hand joint, the one-hand catch, filthy, definitely like that. The Deontay catch on the right sideline, the bomb that Kenny threw to him, single coverage, drops in the front side, low key. Deontay catches it like one hand. It looks like, bro. Like that was another one of my plays, man, that I thought for both of those dudes I really enjoyed. And then for Pickens, not the jet sweep where he scored, the jet sweep where he went on the left sideline, had like that 14, 15-yard pickup, just because you could finally see him about to open that thing up. And it was making me a little excited, man. I ain't gonna lie. And probably Highsmith too. I like him a lot. He got 2 of them things yesterday.
The strip
spin
sack
move is filthy. The strip sack is there. That's 8.5 on the season. And I'm telling you, he's gonna get them double digits, man. He getting them. We paying
tied
him.
for 4th in the league.
It's going. The number's going up.
Oh, it's going to
The
with
number's
TJ Watt
going
being
up.
back.
The number's going up, baby.
How many sacks does he have in TJ Watt games this year? I think it's 5.5.
5.5 now. Because what? 3? No, was it 3.5 in the first one? 2 yesterday?
Something like that.
Yeah, he up there, baby. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man.
On offense, dude, I low-key want to say, even though it was an incompletion, the picket dime to Najee Harris that he
It
dropped.
hit him.
It was a great
hands.
throw.
It hit him. If it's elbow, it's a catch. If it's elbow, it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
If it's elbow, 100% it's a touchdown, bro.
Yeah, it is. I got to go with the Najee Harris run and seeing Pickett run downfield. That was dope. Because Najee broke off the tackle and stuff.
Filthy.
It was old school Najee from
Do you
last
think
year.
he
And he's not even an old player, but I'm just saying, vintage Najee from his rookie
You think
season.
he went to sleep, bro?
Who?
Do you think he went to sleep?
Who are you talking about?
Najee at the end of that run, bro. The long run. He low key.
I was never even looking for this. Is this going back to Rod Dollar's comment?
Yeah, dude, low key.
I need to look at this
low
for the
key
first time.
because that's what
it's something I was not looking for.
No, they took him out the game. He went to the tent, but watching it, bro, he's like laying there. Bro, I thought he was asleep because he gets hit like square on the chin right at the end of the play, bro. I thought he was asleep, bro.
Okay, hold on. Najee run. I want to see this.
Yeah,
because I did not get to see
gets
this.
fired on at the end.
I
of
was
it, bro.
just pumped about the run,
Yeah, he
you know.
gets
And even
fired
whenever
on
I
at the
watched
end.
it today, I wasn't
Yeah.
even focused on it. I
I'm
was just
talking like right on the chin, bro.
Okay.
Bing.
It doesn't even look like that bad of a hit.
Yeah, just watch it though.
They gonna?
Oh, they ain't gonna show the other way. Yeah, you gotta see the other angle. Yeah, he catches like right on the chin, bro.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look at it.
Yeah,
again.
but they said they reviewed him and everything like that. He was good, but bro, I'm like, God dang, like it was like legit right on the chin, like helmet shift, everything. He just laying there. So
I'm
glad he
go
came back though, man.
That one on offense.
Yeah.
I like some of those Jalen Warren runs late in the game, whether it was by pass from Pickett or just even I think there was the one run that like sealed the deal.
Yeah,
and, like he ran to the outside and everything, just
and that's when he
breaking
had the
tackles
burst.
and everything. Yeah.
The one he catches it and he outruns DeMario Davis. That was another clean. I think that was like on 3rd and 2 or something like that. That was a huge play though, man.
Defense. I guess the Casey pick was badass.
That was tough, bro.
Shout
Shout out to Levi Wallace too,
called
man.
a shot. He's like, we got to
Right.
catch these balls in the secondary here.
Nah,
He gets a pick.
no, I liked it, man.
I mean, the hit on Olave was nice too. They called the flag. Was it a flag? I don't know.
Nah, in today's NFL, that 100% is a flag. 10 years ago, oh man.
How about they didn't call the one on Juju though?
I did see.
Holy
that.
hell!
Yeah, smashed.
They
Holy
picked up the
cow.
flag on that.
That was crazy to see them pick up the flag from that, but then they kick out the homie Greenlaw when he hits Justin Herbert when Herbert's running, and he's just a regular runner now. I'm like, man, like I look at
he
that
hit his face mask.
and he's just a runner. But I'm like, bro, Najee get like all the time. That's how you tackle runners. Like you hit them. Like good luck. But yeah, that was crazy there with the Juju one getting picked up. I'm like, bro, he's full on.
Yeah, it was
like,
bad, man. I was worried about
it. Looked like the toe.
It did.
Yeah,
he wasn't in that position for as long. It was only like a few seconds.
But it was enough to see it, man.
Like, yeah, it's still scary.
I hated that, man. Hated that.
AJ Martinez. Damn, the barbarian voice probably drove the woman crazy throughout the years. I need a voice like that.
Mac Daddy. Mac Daddy. Probably Joe
Barbarian's humble about his voice. He never brings it up.
Everyone else brings it up.
Never talks about it.
I hope he know I'm gonna keep talking about ODU losing though to them JMU Dukes. Just don't you think I'm never gonna let you live that down this year, because Deke, every time I talk about JMU up here, he slyly comments over here, don't forget my Monarchs, ODU coming for you in a couple weeks. He been doing this for all season, Deke, and I've been waiting for this moment. I've been specific because it's the crib too. If it was another team, we ain't tripping.
He's like TG
crib.
with WVU.
This is the crib. You know what I mean? So it's like us JMU guys. Most of JMU, well, when I was there, we was all from the 757. We just didn't want to stay there. We were like, yo, let me get up out of this thing. Change the scenery is probably best for us. But when we come back home, it's like, oh no, but we still run this thing. ODU, Norfolk State, Hampton, any of y'all, we putting, we got case for all y'all. So it was good to see that, man. But just in case the Barbarian forgot about it, JMU did win big time. Holla.
Dondre Azell, did you guys see what happened regarding the 3 West Virginia football players getting killed by a former player?
UVA football players. Yeah, that was happening. Reports came out last night. It was it happened at like 10 o'clock last night. They said they were coming back from a like some type of trip. Still, information is getting gathered, but yeah, former player killed 3 other players, but they were all together. It's still like I said.
What the hell? Man?
But bro, it's a lot of like just information going around it. So yeah, it does suck though, man. So definitely RIP to them UVA players, man, and everybody that has been affected by it. But yeah, it's just gathering info, you know what I mean? Because at first it was kind of like the active shooter, but it was like, all right, is this in the context of like shooter walking around just shooting people randomly, or like what is it type concept? But yeah, it's just a lot of information, just letting all that thing settle, man.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, but that definitely sucks, man. Yeah.
Fish momentum. Sound the alarm. The Steelers are back.
You heard him.
Reese Sikowski. Moats and Deke. Huge dub. Glad I got to meet Moats yesterday at my first game.
Absolutely. Salute you, baby.
Thanks for the great pick.
No, man. Major love. Like I said, I love any time we get a chance to see y'all, man. Any of y'all, when y'all see us out, man, pull up on us, man. Say what's up, man. Let us know it's all love, because the feeling is mutual, all right? Even if Deke is on the White Claws, it's still going to be love. Yeah.
Fish momentum. Ambition live at Rivers December 30th. So we got a November 25th at Craft House,
right?
And then December 30th at Rivers. He says hashtag special guest, hashtag Deke.
Hey.
We'll see.
Deke dropping bars.
No promises.
You going
12:30. That's
man? What's up,
right
bro?
around New Year's.
Get your little feature or something, man.
Calculated snipe. 2 RB rotation / smart passing / good defense equals win.
I would agree, man.
KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Is that what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out. All right. I like it though,
It went
man.
hand in hand with his comment. I picked up on that.
Man. It definitely did, man. If that's like I said, if we can operate with that type of balance, man, and that type of execution, that opens up so much more for this offense, and it takes a lot off of Kenny's plate. I think at times when we're not able to sustain the running game, yeah, Matt Canada and Kenny Pickett feel as if the only way to move the ball is through the air. But we understand the potential hazards that come with that. So yeah, having a 2 running back rotation where they're both producing. Jaylen Warren has been consistently doing that. Let's not act like we haven't been seeing him do that. He has. But for Najee, man, to finally get back to the Najee that we were expecting to see, and even still, I feel like he has more that he can do, man.
Oh yeah, I wasn't impressed with some other stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to say let's not act like he can still do more. But it was still dope to see, just if that is the bare minimum of what they're doing, scratching the surface. Man, imagine when Najee is the version of Najee that we know he can be. That's the part where it can be really scary, really elite, man.
Hey, you got to think. I go back to that comment early in this video where they talked about it getting colder. That's when Najee Harris heated up the most, too, in his rookie year. I don't think it's coincidence. He's a big dude. I don't think these defenders are going to want to tackle him.
No, absolutely,
Just
man.
keep running straight. Just don't be juking side to side. And actually, too, talking about juking side to side, Deontay, come on, man.
Oh, man. But
Come on, man.
That's not his first time. You know that's not his first time.
Dude, but this one was literally, we had the first down. He ran 3
By, like,
yards
2
backwards.
yards.
Oh, my God.
Let Deontay have one.
I'll live with that as long as you
Deontay
keep
have
catching the ball. Because he didn't drop the ball. I'll live with that.
Caught the ball.
Because one out of every 4 or 5 times he does that, he
Yes.
actually does
make a
make some
play.
headway
Yes.
and get some more yards from it.
That's how I looked at it. I was like, bro, he's good. I'm like, yo, every once in a while, you go try to make something happen. It's going to backfire. I can live with that. Him catching the ball and being electric, that's what we need, man. So I'm with you. But, yes, he's good. He's good. For Najee, though, hold on to the ball, too. Can we throw that out there? When's the last time we seen him fumble? Was it Chiefs game last year?
Playoffs, yeah.
Yeah. So that's been a while, man. Let's not do that again, man. You're not a fumbler. Don't start fumbling, man. Yeah.
12th wonder. Great win. Shout out to the young team and the coaching staff for prepping them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to see you free, Deke. I saw a ton of potential from the team last night. I think we're on to something. Let's go.
Nah, facts, man. Facts. It's getting there, man. And this is...
It's crazy to think we got a young team, too.
Bro, we're very
You think of the Steelers, you just don't think
Yeah.
of, like, young team.
because we typically aren't young, but we are very young right now. It doesn't happen often where you get this type of young. Like, even when we said we were young, we weren't young like this young because we still had a Ben out there. You still had
like when
Troy,
Ben was a
you know
rookie,
what I mean?
it was
You still had
a very
Ike.
veteran team
Yeah.
around him, and then Ben gets older, so it's never
Right.
gonna. No matter how young the
We
position
still
players are,
had
you still got
somebody.
7.
Yeah. This is the difference now, where it's like you don't have a 7
It's
anymore.
Cam Hayward,
yeah,
really, that's it.
Yeah,
Because everyone else is in their 20s for the most part.
seriously, dude.
Got one year. Can Canada still save his job? Hashtag Sabotage7. Hashtag the return.
If he keeps going like how I looked yesterday, then probably because a couple of things. First off, you're going to be saying to yourself, how we feel right now is a positive feeling. Just think the more of these that start to happen, everybody starts to feel good. When everybody starts to feel good, everybody gets new money, new contracts. That's how it works. So if it continues to look like this, yes, I do think, you know, he does have a chance to save his job. That's the first part because of the winning. The second part is this, the continuity. You're talking about a young quarterback, right? Kenny Pickett. We talked about how he was inconsistent at times early on and how we can point to this and say, man, he really put together a really good game. And even with some of the flaws, it's like you can see how he's getting better each and every week, taking nice steps. Well, at the end of the season, we've been seeing him continuing to improve and grow the way that he has, and him and Canada are starting to get this, you know, nice rapport together. Why would you want to unsettle that? Why would you want to, you know, so to speak, stop that progress and then say, hey, even though we think this is a better coach, let's just throw you in here, even if it's not a better fit per se? Because just because you're an awesome coach, your scheme might just be that, hey, I want this type of player in this scheme and this type of quarterback doesn't fit there, even though this is a better hire than per se a Matt Canada by name. But for Matt Canada, if his relationship with Kenny and his understanding and those two trust is just better, well, then you get a situation like how we had with Randy Fichtner, so to speak, where it was like it just made sense in that vein. Not saying that, you know, you would make that decision 10 times out of 10, but in that context, it's more of that comfort between those two guys and that familiarity. You just think that you can build upon that versus unseating somebody and putting something totally different in here. But that's only if we continue to win and if we continue to have this type of progress. Big ifs.
That'll be an interesting side storyline going
It
on.
would though, bro. Because think about it, if we go on a run, we can't go on a run without this offense looking better. We can't go on a run without Kenny continuing to look better. We can't go on a run without Matt Canada being better. So we can't have this. We're going to have this epic run to end the year, postseason, all this other stuff. And then we're going to turn around and fire Matt Canada after we go on this epic run. I don't see how those two things go hand in hand. It's either you fire Matt Canada because we don't go on this epic run, or we're going to go on this epic run and we're going to keep Matt Canada around for another year at least. So I'm cool with keeping him if that means we winning. I want to win. So we're going to find out how y'all feel. We know how y'all felt when it came to the quarterback. Let's see how y'all feel about this quarterback situation, man. Win, switch out Canada. You know it. Why?
Well, all the fake fans wanted us to have a top 3 pick and
Bro,
stuff
they
too,
wanted us
so
to. People
I
were-
wouldn't be surprised if there are people out there that want us to lose just so we could fire
Dude,
Canada.
it was
I wouldn't be
literally-
surprised.
Bro, and you,
So many
you
fake
know,
fans
me and you
out there.
Me and you talked about this, but there was still people contemplating us winning yesterday. Like, bro, we should go in there root to lose. Maybe if we lose, it'd be better because we
I
could have
can't
been. I'm like,
stand
bro,
that.
I'm not.
Can't
I
stand
can't do it. I don't even want to entertain the conversation, bro. Like, yeah.
Come on, yeah. Bush with another solid week. bring him back next year.
Well, we said, I mean, it's not an issue of bringing him back. It's more so the price point.
It was good to see, too, him out there with Spillane, the same combo
Yeah.
as last year. No Miles Jack, and he stood on his own.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we're not saying that we don't want him back. It's all about the number. If he wants to come back for $10 million, I don't think you're paying him 10. If you want to come back for 5, you know what I'm saying? We see the conversations are and stuff like that. But, yeah, it's not we don't want him back. It's just price point. But, no, he's definitely been playing well, man, and that continued to show. And that was part of the depth thing when we talked about Devin and Spillane, because both of those dudes had to make plays at various times. Both of those dudes had to stand on their own without that Miles Jack, without their best player at the inside linebacker position, man. So, yeah, man, it was definitely good to see that from 5 again.
All right, we got AJ Martinez saying, you don't put Deke in a box, but the cheetah is on standby for Canada's box. He did well on Sunday for sure, though.
All right.
Oh, yeah, he's bringing up he's the one that started that cheetah Canada scenario.
Did.
Or, like, Canada's got to, like, literally coach for his life, or we're going to sick the cheetah on him. Cal Monier, that ball to Najee in the end zone. He's got eye emojis. Down by Kenny. It was.
Bro, hit him
that was a touchdown because I think we had to kick a
That was
field goal
touchdown,
there.
yeah.
And I don't know if that's the one Matt Wright missed or not, but yeah, it cost us some points.
It's definitely in his hands. It is definitely a dime. 100%.
I'd expect Najee to make that catch.
Like I said, it's depending on how you look at it, man.
Because he is a better pass catch running back than a lot of people give him credit for.
Mm-hmm.
I'd expect him to catch that. That was a little disappointing. Pack and go. Moats, what happened to Juju Smith yesterday? I think he's good.
I'm hoping he's good.
He's in concussion protocol.
I think that probably makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because that was a very vicious hit that my dog took right there, man. Was not very fond of seeing that happen right there. Not at all, man.
Ryan McPherson, do you guys think AB is a good rapper?
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, man, just finish up with Juju. I was like, it's just the crazy part of the game, though, man. Like, you play this long enough, man, everybody get got, it seemed like, bro.
Opinions on AB as a rapper?
He's not my cup of tea, but I think Deke is a fan, Deke might like it.
I don't think he's that good. He's got a couple catchy hooks and catchy songs.
Yeah. Are you a fan of his never mind, I'm gonna just leave it. Yeah. I'm good. Yes, I'm good. I'm good on AB the rapper. Yes.
You got more to say about AB?
Nope, I'm good.
Jacob Malesio. Anyone going to the Carolina game? Hit me up. Shout out Deke.
Hey.
I don't know if I'll be making it down to the Carolina game.
That's a beautiful location, man. Easy trip down there too, man.
Jacob Malesio would host.
Yeah.
Damon Brown. Deke should started the show shirtless, wearing gold chains, dropping his I just got out the bling.
I just got out the bing, man.
The bing.
Fresh out, baby. Fresh out. You gotta let them know, hey, look, man, they locked me up, but we got about that. They had a little situation one time, but I'm good now. You supposed to hit them with that, man.
That would have been funny.
And draw you like a tattoo on your face, like, yo, man, I went in there, did my bid, and I came out a man.
That would have been funny. We could have planned better, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, I was just so flustered at the fact that
that's literally the first thing Shonda said whenever I walked in the door. She's like, I'm just good. I'm happy you're safe.
Like, I don't like that type of stuff. And my homies know, like, we don't play like that. You know what I mean? This is the first time we've ever had this type of situation. It wasn't anything that you did, anywho. But this is why we don't play like that.
Sure.
Because it's like, bro, when you care about people, man, like, it matters. So you go make sure that, yo, we go do what we got to do. But, yeah, we don't need that, man. That's like a fire drill. We don't do fire drills around here, man. We good. We don't need to just keep doing that, all right? So, yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's almost like the boy who cried wolf.
Literally, man, yeah.
Damon Brown. Deke should have started. No, I literally just read that. So, on to the next
Free
chat.
Deke until you say it backwards, baby. You know what time it is, man.
Nanzito, right? We good? What do you guys think Najee meant when he said they had to make changes structurally and how they did things outside the football field? LOL.
I actually did not hear these comments.
That's basically what he said. We just need to take care of some stuff off the field, change some things. Maybe it goes hand in hand with what Pickett was talking about. Just getting together as a group.
For sure. If it's that, then yeah. I said, I didn't hear the context.
He didn't elaborate on anything else. That's literally all he said.
But yeah, in terms of structurally, some of the changes that I saw, I mean, schematically, we could talk about them playing in more big personnel. We saw more Derek White. We saw more Gentry and Firemouth out there. We saw more Connor Hayward out there. That was a structural difference because you're getting better matchups in terms of some of these blocks. So instead of having a receiver, having to set the edge, or a receiver trying to get a second level defender at the point of attack, it was more so, these bigger body guys that are more accustomed to doing it. That would be one of the structural things that I could probably point to off the top of my head without deep diving, looking specific. I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Without deep diving though, and looking for those type of things specifically right now, that's off the top of my head with it. And in terms of doing things or changing how they did things off the football field, I'm sure study habits matter, man. Yeah, we think of it as just a game, but nah, man, it's a legit job, man. And you're going to get out of this thing what you put into it. So if you half-heartedly study and you half-heartedly prepare, you're going to look like that on the field. It's going to be inconsistent. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be, less than what it's supposed to be. So, yeah, if that was the case, then, man, I'm glad that they figured out what they needed to figure out. And part of that does go back to the bye week, though. When you have the bye week, it gives you time to reassess. It gives you time to look at the current things that you're doing and ask yourself, hey, am I studying enough? Okay, am I studying too long? Am I not being efficient enough? Am I studying the wrong stuff? Am I just looking at games, or am I looking at cut-ups? Am I just looking at cut-ups, or am I looking at situational plays? What am I doing in terms of my study habits? Because all of those things will produce different results and different outcomes. So, yeah, it probably could be all of those things, man.
Come on, yeah. I definitely didn't want to come off like I was shitting on Claypool in my call. I just don't think we need him. I'd rather Omar have a second-round pick.
No, fair enough, man. Hey, and I didn't think that you came off like that. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was clear. That's all, man.
Fish momentum. Let's throw a Deke's home Little Caesar party.
Yeah, so official momentum since I did that Little Caesars Steelers home tailgate pizza party.
Yeah.
He's been like, yo, man, we need to have another Little Caesars party. So now he's figured out that, hey, all right, Deke being home, now we got something to celebrate.
Maybe we should just celebrate, every once in a while. Just
Deke home?
No. I'm just saying
Everybody
being alive and healthy. And yeah.
Oh, I'm with you 100%.
Everyone's good, right? Maybe we need to appreciate life a little bit more in general.
Bro, that's my energy. I'm one of the... You speaking my language, Deke. I'm always down to I need to appreciate us. Let's just take a moment to appreciate us. Let's celebrate us. Oh, I'm down for that.
James Panzarello. Rest in peace to the 3 University of Virginia players that were shot and killed last night by their own teammate. Prayers up to the families. No,
without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. You never want to have, people losing their lives in general, man. But, yeah, anytime it's, the violence of any sort, man, that definitely sucks in a major way.
Corey Hewins. How can I meet you both this Sunday at the game?
Man, well, I'm always turning up 90 minutes before kickoff at the Great Hall right next to the team store inside the stadium doing an interview. I don't know who I'll be interviewing this week, but that's where I will be 90 minutes prior to kickoff. And since the game is at 4:25, whatever 90 minutes before that 4:25 is, that is where I will be on Sunday. Yes. Deke be outside.
I got no promises.
Deke just be everywhere.
I'll be.
Yeah, Deke. You might catch Deke literally anywhere in that stadium or around the stadium. You might catch him by the casino. You might catch him by Stage AE parking lot. You might catch him on Art Rooney Boulevard. You might catch him on that General Robinson Road. You might catch him in Lot A. You might catch him in Red Lot. You might catch him in the Gold Lot. You might catch him on the 5th floor, the 3rd floor, Champions Club, this 200 level. He might be in the suite. This is Deke we're talking about. This is like finding Waldo. On game, it's like, where's Waldo? It's like, where's Deke, bro? He just be popping up places. I'm like, yo, Deke, how did you even get over there, bro? Bro, I'm just here, man. I just, yeah.
Yeah, no promises.
You need a tracking device on Deke on game day, man.
That would be funny. Sean McCartney, need an O-line and a wide receiver 2 with Pickens. I'm liking the Pickens-Deontay combo.
Let's go.
I feel like those are 2 guys we could build with. The only thing we're missing is a dude that we already have on the roster, Calvin Austin, with like a 4.2 speed.
This is true. Yeah, I didn't even think about how, because we really didn't try to implement the slot receiver like that. Gunner has some opportunities. Steven Sims had a couple, but we really went more big personnel than going 3 wide receiver sets, which I'm fine with, man. If we could do it like that, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, if we could do it like that, have success in the run game, I'm 100% fine with it.
Absolutely.
Lou Boy. Claypool is a dog. He killed Tampa with double moves all game. and opened like crazy in the red zones after the Sims kick return to the 20. 11 wanted the ball, and he spoke up. You can't hate him for that.
All right, man, if that is the case as well, I don't disagree. I mean, we know in terms of his on-field impact, yeah, that was stated. And we talked about even when we moved on from him, why at times we didn't in terms of me and Deke, because we thought that he was just another asset, another weapon for Kenny.
Right, I wasn't a fan of the trade to begin with. Yeah,
absolutely, man. So
I switched my tune a little bit, but...
Well, I mean, because right now it did pay dividends in the sense that we won without him, so we don't have to feel any negative association with the trade, and that's partly why we come up here and it's like, oh, was it because Claypool wasn't here? Addition by subtraction. But if we were to lose, then it would be a different conversation, right? If the offense looked like they would have struggled, it would be a different conversation. So far, so good, man. Let's just keep this thing going, man. But nah, definitely no hate towards Claypool, man. I hope that he, balls out even bigger and better while he's in Chicago, man.
Samurai Finn. My God, Warren looks like he'll be the next Eckler.
Oh, he got the burst on him, man.
That's not a bad comparison. Maybe a combo of Eckler and MJD. May even be top 10 in the league right now in terms of talent. How did every team sleep on him this much? That's what happens with running backs. You can't explain it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Aaron Foster, I think he was undrafted or a 7th-round pick or something.
Well, don't think of it as slept on. Just think of it as supply and demand. You're saying it right there. It's a surplus of supply on running backs, right? Where you can get a Jaylen Warren. You can get some of these guys in the later rounds. That's why people looked at us, and had such a strong opinion on the Najee Harris pick being in the first round, because it's like, do you have to invest the first-round draft pick on a position where it just seems to be a larger pool of talent to pull from, in contrast to quarterback or a pass rusher or a left tackle, where those guys seem to be a little bit more scarce each and every year. Running back, it just isn't like that. So that's probably why they overlooked him and partially slept on him. And he's not the only running back that's doing those type of things. I mean, I think of James Robinson, was that 2 years ago when he went to Jacksonville? Undrafted dude, and we're like, bro, this dude is down there killing folk. It happens, man. It's real.
Yeah, particularly running back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jacob Alessio. Brobarian sounds like a plumber in a skin flick.
Son. I don't even... This is Deke like them type of movies too. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, knock on the door. You hear his voice.
Heard you had a leak. I brought my tool. Oh my gosh.
Chat's on top of it.
That's what she said too.
Solo one. Not sure about Canada yet. Wide receiver route trees still seem to be messy. Defenses running zone get help from our receivers running into each other because the routes are not schemed correctly for clever spacing.
I saw that. That's not on the design. That's on the execution. That's what that is. When you've heard us talk about, man, you're supposed to run this route at 7 yards, but you're running at 5 because you're lazy. That's the type of stuff that was going on at times. I know what you're referring to. That's not the design completely bad. No. But I saw what you saw too, though.
This is something I've been thinking. And it doesn't happen like that frequently. It's basically as much as we run the PA boots, which is a part of the offense at least.
Yeah.
It just feels so predictable when we do it. It's like you run the PA boot. I don't know if the play call in particular is predictable, but when the play we're running, it's like, okay, as soon as Pickett rolls out, we know there's just two dudes like crossing over. There's not much else to it. It's kind of frustrating.
It's only frustrating because prior to yesterday, we didn't have a running game. And when you don't have a running game and you run that concept, as a linebacker, you don't have to react to it. So it's going to feel like you just got the same two options because you don't have that backside option that's going to be dragging over there that we saw him hit, I think, 2 or 3 times yesterday, solely because he could get the fake. And when he's rolling out, you get Deontay coming all the way across the formation. But when you don't have that legitimate run fake, them linebackers never have to pull up. And now if you're Deontay coming on that backside, instead of you being able to climb further than them dudes, now you're having to cut in front of them dudes. It's not the same impact. But that's off of them being able to run the ball. And yesterday, they legit could run it. So it was like, man, any fake that you gave them, even out the gun, they had some fakes out the gun, and it was still working because of the rushing attack. Whereas weeks prior to that, man, we never looked at no gun fake and saw them actually react defensively because we weren't having success running out of the box. They would stay nickel package, and we would talk about how it was like, man, we should have the numbers here, and unless it's Jaylen Warren, we're not even getting, 1 or 2 yards out of these formations. Yesterday was different, and that was why the play action pass really worked so well for us. And that's something for Kenny that we can go back to, and for Canada that he can go back to. And I think he wants to do more of it, but it's really based on having that type of success moving the ball, because if you're not, then you're just wasting time. When you talk about running that type of concept, if you don't get the defense to react, yeah, you're just running into coverage, so it ain't going to help you. But as long as we can have a legit running game like yesterday, man, all of that stays on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're right. There were a couple times it was a success, but it just has felt like so many times throughout this season. And it happened a couple times in yesterday's game where we run it and then it's just Pickett throwing the ball out of bounds. Like, this is just a waste of play. Yeah. But you don't necessarily view it as that. Because you're taking a shot. Because you can maybe get the downfield.
They're trying to scheme up what they call like the 9-7-3 concept, right? So 9-7-3, you got the 9, which is the vertical route, the 7, which is like your intermediate route, the 3 is like your flat route. So it's 3 level progressions. But instead of just having all 3 guys line up over there and say, hey, you run deep, you run shallow, you run here, they're building it. So they're saying, hey, Pickens your front side, move right here, but we're going to condense you on the backside, Deontay, run this play action fake. So now Frymouth is going right to the flat. He's that short thing. You might get Pickens running the, vertical route. And then you get in Deontay, which is the last, but it's slow developing, but he's going to give you that intermediate option, which 15 to 20 yards downfield. And it can hit, but it's predicated off of all of that working. The fake action, right, to get the linebackers pulled up. The protection element, so that way when Kenny does, if he's turned his back to the formation or if he's trying to escape for the play action pass, he's not getting it pulled up in a hurry, and now he's not getting a chance to have all these routes develop. Now, every once in a while, you're going to get it where it's a zone concept, the defense doesn't react, and it does look muddy. And that's why he threw it away. And that's fine, because every call isn't going to work. And sometimes the defense is going to guess right. Sometimes they're going to execute. Right. And on the plays, and on the plays when they do, Kenny did what he was supposed to do. Just throw it away. Don't force it. That's something that Josh is having to learn right now, or not learn, but kind of re-emphasize. If it's not there, bro, just get rid of it. Or take the easy part right here. Take what's given to you right here. Don't be greedy. For Kenny, I thought yesterday he did a good job of that. So even though we look at some of those plays and he's throwing, it's like, why are we doing that? Just think of the times when it did work yesterday, and that's the give and take with it. It's not always going to be there, but when it is, that's when you got to make them throws. And he did make the throws that he had to make. But when it wasn't there, all right, cool. You got out the pocket. There's no running lane for you. That's the run pass option as well. All right, get rid of the ball. Don't take no shot. So I did like that. I think that is still going to help them. But once again, you got to keep that running game going. As long as that running game is there, man, that's going to open up a lot more of that.
Sure. Jamel Smith. Pickens is so smooth, he looks like he's barely running whenever he's out there. Just glides. And shout out to Spillane for stepping up and playing all game. Is Miles all right? I don't know. It's weird coming off of a bye.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Bro, I didn't think, we were focused solely on getting healthy. We're like, getting TJ back, get Casey back. And we didn't even
Miles
realize
Jack didn't miss a game.
We were going to lose Miles and Minka this week. I guess TJ is the X factor compared to all the names, though, huh?
Oh, 100%.
Because he was the difference maker, bro. Like, yeah. I think if Miles Jack is back and there's no TJ yesterday, I don't think the game looks like that. Because TJ just his element of game, his energy, the productivity, the fear factor, all that, man. You can see it, man.
Going back to the depth conversation, too, with TJ being back. All of a sudden, I love Malik Reed as our third edge rusher.
Dude, that's what he's designed for, bro. It's night and day. You looking at his third guy like, oh, bro, we straight right now, man.
Yeah, perfect. And we got Lou Boy. Moats, what you think of the Arizona offense with McCoy versus Murray? Yeah, I think Cardinals-Rams was Colt McCoy versus Wolford yesterday. I didn't get to watch any of the game, but Cardinals did win.
What?
They won with Colt McCoy.
I have not watched it,
He said McCoy was killing it yesterday. And when he stepped in last year, he won some tough games for them. Just asking. Because Shady called Murray out for not reading coverages.
Oh, yo.
He's talking about Shady McCoy.
I mean, he could be. It wouldn't surprise me. Shady, he going to say what he's going to say, but,
he's got some good takes.
Yeah. As long as you...
He sticks up for the pit players.
He does. But as long as, you stand on what you're saying, man, yeah, you can feel that way. And Shady, he definitely has earned the right. He can talk to whoever you want to talk to, man.
So Noah McCoy as the starting. QB going forward?
I'm cool on McCoy going forward.
I haven't even seen a second of the game.
I'm going to go with the little guy that has the big bag. I'm going with him, man.
Solo one. Pickens reminds me of Lynn Swan.
Ooh.
Graceful and light on his feet. Not bad.
Okay.
Swan might be a little bit faster, just straight line faster. Although I didn't get to see a lot of Lynn Swan play.
Who do you think was taller?
I think Swan's 6'1".
Pickens.
Isn't he like 6'2" or 6'3"?
I thought he was like 6'3", right?
I'll look up right now. But yeah, I see what he's saying in terms of just like the body control.
Yeah.
How
he's really
handles
graceful,
himself.
bro. Yeah.
All right. So what's your guess? 6'3"?
I'm saying 6'3". 6'3", 205.
Yeah, I'm guessing at least 6'3". Yeah, 6'3".
All right.
205, 201.
205.
Yeah, that's close enough.
This was
201.
Okay.
On
all right.
Google, yeah, he might be 205 right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Nah, respect, man. Respect.
Mike Hood.
Oh,
Finally
speaking
here.
of speed too, man.
What?
Going back to the Najee run, and they seen Kenny running. They think they Kenny faster than Najee. How you feel about that, man?
Caught up to him.
He low key sprayed on him, bro. Like he was flying down the field.
The advantage for Pickett would be he's running.
But he was further back though. He was further back.
He's running unattended, so he was already able to get his acceleration going. Whereas Najee had to break that tackle, and then he had to get back up to speed.
Yeah. But they was like, "Dang, man."
I wouldn't mind seeing that race in the offseason.
Oh, chill, man. Don't do that. Don't put that on tape.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Don't put that on tape, man. We learned that, man. We started getting races going on. You don't always want you don't want to see who the fastest do. Sometimes you get your feelings hurt. Shay said, "Line it up. I'll never forget."
Whoa! What happened here? I need to hear this story.
Era? You remember them dogs?
You versus Shazier?
No, not me versus Shazier. I had my money on Shazier.
Against who?
You heard me say the killer bees.
All right,
Sammy
AB.
Coast included, all them boys.
AB.
Okay.
Tay, so
Martavis.
This was a lot of people going against. Shazier thought he was fast on the team.
Not thought. Was.
Oh, he beat everyone,
bro. Sammy Coates came back and like tried to make it close. We were like, "Yo, he wanted to argue that it was a tie."
Oh wow.
I'm like, "Nah, bro. He beat you." And it was all like line them up, hand down, big situation. Wait, absolute. Shoot, one receiver pulled something trying to keep up with Shay. Swear to God. Yeah. One dude pulled something, missed a couple weeks. We got in trouble behind it. Absolutely got in trouble behind it. Yes. Because you know how we do. We big talking. So we like, bro, this a LB. He with us. Like, yo, we got money up. It's whatever. You're like, yo, line it up. So end of the week, they like, bro, it's whatever. Like, get the come on, all y'all killer bees, all these all y'all fast guys, come on, line it up. You know how Shay gonna do. You know he can't keep his clothes on. He take the shirt off. I'm like, here you go now. And sure enough, bro, all of us out there. Line that thing up. Let's go ahead and run it out there then. Yeah. Seen some some hammy alert. We saw one business decision that took place 30 yards downfield. I'm like, bruh, you can't just pull off the race 30 yards downfield. I mean, you got smoked, bruh. I don't want to hear none of this. Because it was a smooth innocent 30 yards downfield. I'm like, bro, you was trying hard. We got footage. You was digging in for 20, and when you realized that he had you, you casually was like, bro, I ain't even tripping. I ain't even try to win this race no more. Okay.
Got a bad start.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed
that, bro.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
You said who's the fastest guy on those teams.
It was a lot of the receivers that ain't guessed that either. You know, Martavis, bro, he swear they dudes can fly, man. Marcus Wheaton can fly. These dudes, Sam, they can fly. AB, they can fly. Dudes can fly.
I would have guessed Shazier definitely in the top 5.
They tried him like
that. Coates. I mean, Coates was fast. Coates and Martavis.
Fly,
AB's like a wild card.
Yeah.
I mean, his game speed's unreal.
Game speed's stupid.
Like I don't know how it is on 40 and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something.
It was some business decisions that got made out there. Definitely seen a handy
Dree
alert.
Archer in the mix?
No Dree this time. Dree was gone by then. That probably would have made it interesting, though.
I'm even trying to think on defense. Cornerback, we didn't have anyone like super fast like that. Safeties, no.
Do you think that's like Mike, Mitch, and Sean Davis?
Hayward Bay?
Haybay did not run in it.
Wow.
He was the only receiver that didn't. Haybay, I figured out why Haybay said he didn't run. And we actually were like cool with Hay-Bay not participating. I don't know why.
Huh.
Because it was another receiver that tried to get out. We were like, nah, bro, you ain't slick. Get you in here. We know what your 40 is. Your 40 ain't like that. You're in this race, bro. You're not above reproach. I think we looked at Hay-Bay and was like, yo, we know who you are. Like, you're good. I forgot what happened with Hay-Bay. Or maybe he was dealing with the injury. It was something going on, but we kind of like, just, yo, he's good. Everybody else, though, line it up. Mm-hmm.
That's great. All right, Mike Hood, finally here. Happy Victory Monday.
Victory, victory. Yes,
Hashtag free
indeed. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you're free, man.
Yeah, same.
Deke is free, ladies and gentlemen. Deke is, I guess you probably say that multiple ways, huh? All right.
Fish Momentum. Ambition as a special guest? Question mark. Up to Deke.
Uh-oh.
Hashtag King Deke. I guess that's for the pizza party.
Mm-hmm. Pizza.
Fish Momentum 11-6? Question mark. 10-7? Question mark. 9-8? Question mark. Or 8-9 with help. I think 9 and 8. We're gonna need some help.
The problem too, Bills losing yesterday.
I know.
I realized that bumped them to the 3 in the
know.
division. 6. I said, Lord, that would kill a lot of what we're trying to accomplish if that type of stuff keeps happening. So yeah, I did catch on what you're saying. We don't need them to be figuring it out. They need to stay consistent. They
Well, if Bills keep doing this, I hope they keep losing. Then
well, then they would need to lose all the way out there.
That's what I mean. Just have Miami keep winning then, and then the rest of the AFC East teams keep losing.
Right,
I'm sorry to tell you that.
That's the unfortunate part.
I'm sorry to tell you that.
Look, you know how you just spurt right there? Because you don't even believe it's possible.
I think Bills will make the playoffs. I think Bills will be fine. But yeah, it muddies it up. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
hey, why don't you just win the AFC East and have all these other AFC East teams lose?
Yeah.
They still got a lot of AFC East matchups, though. I don't recall them playing too many of those games.
Yeah, but literally, bro, it's like...
Don't they have to play the Jets again?
Yeah, they play Jets
Dolphins
again, Patriots again as well. But, dude, all of them
did they play the Patriots already, or did they play them twice? I don't remember them playing
They might not have played them just yet. I guess I haven't followed it to that extent, but they might not have played them just yet. But the thing is this, Patriots still got 5 wins too, man.
I know.
Like, their division, bro.
Wait, yeah, they have all the tiebreakers on us. God damn it.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, their division is stacked right now.
We literally lost to all those teams. Mm-hmm. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. So even, I'm just like, yo, they still looking at potentially getting 3 teams coming out of there. That could be an issue. But as long as we keep winning, we'll be all right. We just got to win.
Yeah, we control our destiny. We're
just
fine
keep
at 11-6.
Keep winning, we're fine, man.
I feel like we'd be good at 10-7.
That's what I was saying.
A one-loss grace, 10-7. I think that can get us in the playoffs. That might win the division.
10-7, I think, will win the division.
As long as we don't lose to the AFC North teams.
I feel like my optimism is 10-7. I do feel like it might be 9-8 though, but we're gonna need some help. But we got that same type of help last year. Think about going into that game last year, man. We were watching Raiders Chargers. It worked for us, you know.
Barely.
It barely worked, but it worked for us, though.
Well, we needed the help, too, from Jacksonville against the Colts.
So, like, I personally see it being a certain...
It literally came down to the one situation that couldn't happen for us to miss the playoffs.
Right.
And luckily, Josh Jacobs broke through on the run.
It was close, though, bro. Holy cow.
Because if they both tied, they would have both made the playoffs.
Uh-huh. So
that was insane.
So, I think it's 9-8 with some help, but that's still very feasible, man. I think that could still work, but... Yeah,
you remember after that Ravens game,
saying,
and the Colts beat the Jaguars beat the Colts.
Started
we were like,
going
we're in. I wasn't even thinking about the Sunday night game. I'm like, there's no way they're going to tie.
Everything went the way it needed to go until the end, and we're like, bro, what is going on? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Sean McCartney. Yin's happy with him now. Wait, I think am I on the right one?
I had one before him from Sean McCartney as well.
Sean McCartney. D. Johnson can stay as a rotational player. Nah, man, he's good. As long as he ain't dropping the ball, he's fine for us. He could be one of our top receivers. Sean McCartney. Yin's happy with him now, but okay, I guess this is with Deontay. But I guarantee he's going to let you down when it matters the most. I say sign a veteran receiver next offseason, make him the wide receiver 3 or 4. I agree with what you said in the latter half of this. I wouldn't be opposed to a veteran receiver.
Adding a veteran receiver, like this year or next year? I'm confused.
No, next
he's saying next offseason.
Yeah, as like your wide receiver 3 or 4, just to have like a veteran presence there.
Yeah, but see, he's saying sign the veteran wide receiver next year and make Deontay wide receiver 3 or 4.
Oh, I disagree with that. I'm saying
the difference.
Make the veteran receiver like wide receiver.
Right, because I'm like,
we've had dudes like that in the past, like a Jericho Cotchery.
Bro, I'm glad you brought him up because he killed us in that 2013 game, bro. I was
you're watching?
Yes, I was like, bro, who?
The one season he got 10 touchdowns.
Yo, it was Jericho Cotchery. He was cooking us, and AB got hot at the end of it too. But Jericho Cotchery, he was the one. I'm like, bro, why are you doing this? Yeah, for me, like both of the Steelers Bills games that I've watched and I've like rewatched, I'm like, bro, it was Jericho Cotchery in both of these games. Like, what what's going on here, man? Yeah. Yeah, if you're signing a veteran as that third or fourth receiver, like a Hayward Bay type, like we saw that too, man. Even a Lance Moore, we saw that. It didn't necessarily work out to the same level, but we've seen this mode before, sure. Yeah, but I don't think Deontay is a third or fourth receiver on this team. I think Deontay, man, is one of our top receivers on this team. The numbers reflect that, you know? Could he be more consistent? Absolutely. But you take away the productivity that he's had throughout his time here, man, and I don't think we've won as much as we would have won because he has been a big part of that.
Yeah, him and Ben were cooking at times last year. Richard Hunt, real fans in the stadium.
Let's go.
Larry O having a year.
Facts, man.
Wish there were more fans. There were some empty seats.
It is.
We need more people there.
Because they still don't believe. You know that.
We'll see if they're there for the Bengals game.
You know, they will be because we just won. You know, that's how it always goes, man.
I told you. I made that video. This one separates the real from the fake. Jacob Alessio. Imagine when he gets all of our defense back.
Oh, yeah, when we get our defense back, absolutely, man.
Who's he? Maybe he's...
I think we're saying we.
Is he saying we?
Yeah, I think I'm saying we.
Crystal
Unless he's referring to Terrell Austin. Terrell Cooks some more.
Tomlin.
We still ain't got our 3 safety look. Think about that, man.
Still haven't done
We
that.
thought we were going to get it finally. We were highlighting it, talking about it. We still ain't get it, but they still bought out.
Miss Miles Jack. Don't have William Jackson. Don't have Vakello. Yeah. Although I was liking Levi and Cam Sutton.
No, facts. How'd you feel about, because we didn't talk about William Jackson going to IR, though, man, after the trade.
Is what it is. I guess the back injury was more serious than we thought.
Yeah, I guess so.
We can't trust Tomlin in these press conferences.
Clearly. Holy cow, bro. A couple of things, though. Looking back on it, man, I get why they made the move. Low risk, high reward.
Oh, yeah, I'm still fine with the move, 100%.
Yeah. And knowing the details now, the draft pick elements are wiped out because with him going to IR, he's not going to play in X amount of games. So that means that he's not going to meet whatever percentage of plays that he would have needed to play in or play in a certain percentage of games. So the conditional element goes out the window. And then when you're talking about the contract part, we already said that Washington was going to take on the lion's share of that. So we're only on the hook for $2 million anywho. So it was essentially a flyer, a $2 million flyer on a cornerback that could give you cornerback 1 capabilities if he's healthy, or a guy that truly has a back injury, and it looks like he truly does have a back injury. So at least these next 4 games, we're starting this game and then 3 more after that, we will see, you know, what that looks like if he's able to come back for the latter portion of it. But yeah, it definitely was like, yo, what the heck, man? But yeah, going back and looking into it, I'm like, I get it. I can understand why you did it. I just don't like the result of it, but I can understand why you did it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, 100%. Yeah, he ain't going to hurt us coming back, I would
Right.
assume.
Yeah. Now, the only thing is, and we already kind of talked about this too, we didn't think that we would pick up his $12 million option this offseason. No, how we were going to, you know, if he did ball out, it would be we're going to renegotiate and restructure it anywho. So, granted, you're not going to get as much time to evaluate him to see what his role could be going forward or how impactful he could be, but you still got some time. And
that's more of a him problem, I think, than Steelers, because I don't know how much value he has across the league right now.
Well, but what I was saying is this, like in the sense of when we moved from Akello, when we got Akello last year, it wasn't a, hey, man, we're only looking at you for 5 games and that's it. That 5 games turned into a multi-year contract.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I mean? So it's like that concept. Like Joe Hayden, we re-signed him multiple times after he got here. So I've looked at Will Jackson kind of in a similar vein of, if you come here and you show us that we can use you, even if it wasn't for the full duration. Because remember, Akello, he didn't do it when he first got here. It was the last 4 to 5 games where he really took off. I'm thinking of William Jackson in the same vein of, man, if that did happen, maybe they could re-sign you. But now you just have a little bit time to carve out a role, produce, trust, and all that other stuff. So we'll see, man.
I feel like no matter what, he's going to be back. We were interested in him in the draft. We tried to get him again when he hit free agency, but he just had a bigger contract or wanted a bigger contract. Makes sense. He made a business decision there.
Yeah.
But now, at this stage of his career, we could get him on the cheap where it's valuable to us. Yeah. And maybe this is a good opportunity for him to reinvent himself a little bit.
I mean,
bring back his career.
Scheme-wise, what we run defensively, it does fit his strengths.
Yeah, it seems like he's really happy to be here,
pressed
too.
up, match concept, so, yeah.
Crystal Pravat. Straight
Shout
up.
out to Crystal.
Pittsburgh Pigeons give 0 Fs.
No, facts. But they the lucky charm, too, bro.
That's what I'm hearing.
Bro, they undefeated, man. I heard they... So we did some digging, all right, because I'm seeing now, since they've been showing up in Pittsburgh...
So they were never there for the Jets or Patriots game.
True.
They were never on the
it
field?
was just Bucks.
I'm asking. I don't know.
But this is the thing. So Bucks game definitely. Obviously this game versus Saints. But they also said that these pigeons potentially were there doing Pitt's ACC championship run a year ago. Can you confirm that? Because I had somebody tell me that they were
Not
seeing
something I
pigeons down
noticed.
there last year as well, and I'm wondering how this connection is, and if we need to make sure these pigeons are like Pittsburgh endangered species going forward, and we treat them with special care, and they get their own section at the games going forward. 20-yard line opposite where the ball is. If that's what they
That'd be
need,
sick.
we'll rope it off, man. I could take point if we need to. You know what I mean? Be over there with the yellow jacket. Hey,
Give them some
pigeon
bird
area.
feed on the floor.
You know what I mean? Just give them a little something. Give them a little something. Hey, if that needs to be the case, I'm down for it, man. But them pigeons, those pigeons need to they need to stay here from here on out. I'm loving what we see when the pigeons are out there. Our 4-minute offense when the pigeons out there, elite. We got 2 4-minute offense drives, man, that are coaching tapes. Coaching tapes, because the pigeons was out there. Defensively, we get turnovers when the pigeons are out there. We score a touchdown when the pigeons are out there, man.
Any explanation?
It's just pigeons, bro.
How or why the pigeons are helping?
Yeah, it's like a good omen.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you wear your lucky jersey, you got your rabbit's foot. Is that still a thing? Rabbit's foot? You remember them things like you on the keychain and stuff. Yeah. Or I got my lucky socks on, my lucky, undershirt. Yeah, something like that.
You bring up Pitt during the ACC championship run last year. I don't know if now that you brought it up, I almost want to believe that I saw it.
Tell you, bro.
I honestly can't remember.
Yeah.
But maybe
Bro.
I faintly remember
Man,
some
them
pigeons on the
pigeons,
field.
man.
Maybe.
I'm telling you, bro, them pigeons. I'm digging the pigeons.
I'm fine with them.
I'm
Yeah,
digging
yeah,
the pigeons,
100%.
man. I'm digging the pigeons, man.
Jordan Pierce.
Actually, before we get to Jordan Pierce, you know what I forgot that we need to do today, man?
No.
Bro, it's a whole bill out here that we ain't paid just yet. You catch my drift?
Let's pay the bill.
Can we pay the bill real quick, man? All right, let's pay the bill. And what's the bill today? The bill today and the show today is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below the waistline grooming. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we understand below the waistline grooming is important. It's important to take care of your short and curlies and keep them looking nice and neat for yourself from a hygiene perspective and for entertainment perspectives as well. And the best way to do that is with the Lawnmower 4.0 or Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0 that does have that Lawnmower 4.0 with the tactical light that helps you out when you're in the shower. Got that light on. Sometimes a little dark in the area. It be like that sometimes, Deke. You know that. But you also got the 2-in-1 body wash. You got the shampoo, the conditioner, all of these other awesome products that Manscaped offers to you, just for you. You want them. You need them. They'll make you feel better, make you feel more confident as well. And because we have a promo code, we're even going to save you some money today, all right? So that promo code is Moats. If you use that, you'll get your 20% off along with free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. And now that I think about it, Deke, cuffing season is getting here, baby. You know what cuffing season is like, man. So please.
Gotta bring your A game.
Please bring your A game, all right? Manscaped can help you do that, but you don't want to be caught less than ready during cuffing season. So shout out to manscaped.com.
I got a couple comments I want to read off here.
Oh, yeah, let's do it, baby.
Shimano World says elbow business decision. LOL.
So we tried to guess who it was. It was a wide receiver.
There's only 4 to choose from. I mean, Hayward Bay ain't doing it.
All right, man. It was a wide receiver, bro. It was a wide receiver.
This one's a good one. The Dippin' Dots 21 says if we get an NBA team, the Pittsburgh Pigeons.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of hard.
We could roll with that.
I mean, yeah, team's called the Pelicans.
We
Why
can
not
roll
the
with
Pigeons?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, hold on, bro.
Pigeons would be kind of sick.
Called Pigeons? It's like an old school song. I swear it's called like it was like a response to the TLC Scrubs. It's like the diss song on Chicks, man. Yeah, pigeon is a girl that thinks she fly. I forgot the words to that thing, man, but they go in there.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's like, Scrub is a guy that think he's always on it. Yeah, so they did it like a remix. I forgot. Was it Blackstreet? I don't know who it was. Because it's like early 90s now that I'm thinking about it, bro. Or like 90s time frame. But yeah, man, that was like a whole vibe, bro. Shout out to the pigeons out there,
Is it just like the I Love College by Asher Roth? And then it's I Hate College?
Yeah, it's one of them type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got this song? Okay, we're going to do the diss song to it. Yes.
Jordan Pierce. With Levi stepping up and Witherspoon's injury, which of the two would you rather keep next year? Well, we got him on contract for next year, too.
Both
they
of them
signed
dudes,
2-year deals.
Actually, contracts identical. Yeah, 2 for $8.
Yeah, if I had to choose between the two right now, I'd say Wallace. But I don't know if we're making any rash decisions like that and saying we got to cut either one because they're only $4 million. It ain't anything crazy. We're gonna have a lot of dead cap coming off this offseason too. So
I still, I don't think you choose between the two of them just yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if we added another higher pedigree guy this offseason, whether that be the draft or through free agency.
Sure.
And now you create competition in that room. And now you're looking at it and you're saying Akello, Levi.
Between 3, you got 2 spots because
you know
hopefully
what I'm
we
saying?
resign Cam Sutton.
Right. But even like a Justin Pierre or a James Pierre, it's like, all right, now you have to even compete even harder. Like those type of situations I could see potentially happening in there, but I don't think they just flat out choose between Levi and Kello right now. Oh, and shout out, they do remember the song. Young Boy 24, I See You, John Doe. It was Sporty Thieves that made the song. No Pigeons. John Doe, I See You. I tell you, it was a legit thing, man. I know I won't. I was like, yo, why do I feel like I know a song called Pigeons, bro? Yes. Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Morgan. Arthur, playing for 3 different teams in career.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Pittsburgh to stay in after playing instead of other cities? Curious about that stuff. New to podcast. Sorry if you already touched on it.
Shout out to you, Jonathan, man, and welcome to the podcast, man. In terms of me playing for 3 teams and why I chose Pittsburgh, it was simple. It was between Buffalo and Pittsburgh for me. Buffalo was where I was drafted at. They gave me my opportunity to play in the NFL. So I'm always going to love them, right? Had my first 4 years up there. Same amount of time in Buffalo as I had in Pittsburgh, but it was different timing-wise. So I looked at Buffalo as like my introduction to the NFL, my introduction into this lifestyle, my introduction to just living on my dream. But we didn't have a ton of success, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I had a bad ending up there when, I was told one thing.
The GM?
Chill out, man. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. But I also had a non-happy ending, when I was leaving out of there. So that had me feel some type of way if we being fully transparent. But then I come into Pittsburgh and it's like, man, I know Coach Tomlin before I came here. Then I fell in love with the team, my dudes here, my brothers, like some of the friendships that I built while I was here, man, it was like unmatched. And then, man, you just talk about like how awesome the city is, man. Like y'all really show love for your alumni, for your squad up here, man. So that was the other part. AZ was, it was the retirement thing. I ain't really want to go, but they paid me, so I had to go. You know what I'm saying? So that was never in the option.
That's where former Steelers go.
That's where you got to go for it's like going to Mecca. You know what I mean? It's like I had to do it. All right. So when I came time to decide between Pittsburgh and Buffalo, my family was still in Pittsburgh, and I wanted to stay in Pittsburgh. We felt like the city was more revived. We felt like we just won more. The energy was awesome here. So that's why we stayed here, man. And we love it. We don't second guess it. Still get up to Buffalo. Still got love for them. But this is home, man. We'll be, as long as I can think of, and barring anything new happening, this is definitely going to be home for a while, man. So shout out to us Pittsburgh folk. And I'm almost the Yinzer status. I feel like I got to be here for 10 years. I got here in 14, so I'm working my way up. Just know that I got 2. I'm about 2 years away. All right?
That makes
I'm
sense.
almost there. But I feel like you got to get 10 years in to fully be a Yinzer. I ain't there just yet.
Now, I don't know if this is what he meant in the question at all, but I'm actually curious about it. I know what your options were after your first year here in Pittsburgh. It was us in Atlanta. Was there another team?
No, mainly Atlanta. Atlanta was like the big focus because that was where we got the whole back and forth bidding war, so to speak.
Who was it after Buffalo?
Coming from Buffalo, it was Cleveland and New England.
And then
Cleveland,
we
New
had
England, and
a
Pittsburgh
late
came in at
entry?
the end. Yeah. Literally, Coach Simon called me like last out of all of them dudes.
Okay.
But it wasn't late. It was just late to me. I think I signed was like 2 weeks into free agency, but it seemed like 3 months. That's what it felt like because how free agency works. 7 days on free agency, bro, like on the open market, man, them days don't feel like a day. Every day feels like a month. You know what I mean? So it was like it just seemed so much longer. But granted, Pittsburgh, I mean, he called me, Coach Tomlin called me, like I said, that second week of free agency after I had already knew about my offers to Cleveland and New England. And it was just like, yo, you know how I rock with you? 757, because he from the crib. Yeah, one thing led to another. Take a chance. I'm looking at pregnant wifey like, hey, babe, we're going to take less money, play a different position, and move to a new city. Hope it all works out. No guarantees, though. She said, all right, you a psychopath, but let's do it. Everything worked out, Yeah.
What were you thinking between Cleveland and New England?
Definitely Cleveland.
Just better opportunity?
No, I hated New England because I was still in the college mindset. Buffalo is the rival. in terms of how they look at New England. So for me, because I'm coming from JMU, where we hate all our rivals. I'm coming from my high school, we hate our rivals. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, you hate your rivals, bro. You don't sign to no rival team. So I'm like, I'll go
that
to Cleveland.
Pac-Man energy.
Yeah. So I literally, that was like my mindset. So I'm like, I'm not going to New England. In Cleveland, Mike Pettin, he was my DC. So when he went over there, I'm like, man, it's a no-brainer. I'm just going to follow him over there. It's an easy situation. I can easily run this defense. I've been running it here, and we're good to go. But I'm like, bro, Cleveland be losing. They kind of like how Buffalo was during that time frame. They ain't too far off of that time frame. They still be losing, bro. But it was really the continuity. I'm looking at Pittsburgh, and I'm like, bro, you've had Mike Tomlin here for how many years? You've had Dick LeBoy for how many years? Like, y'all don't fire people. Y'all don't switch it up. Same owner. Man, Buffalo, I told you, I had 2 GMs, different owner, 2 head coaches, and how many, I think, 4 or 5 different position coaches all within a 4-year span. So I would need some stability in my life. I was like, yo, who go put a ring on it and make me feel comfortable in their crib? And Pittsburgh did. So, yeah, man, shout out to them Steelers.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Was that the last super chat?
I think
then we
so.
got Q joining the upper room.
But either way, shout out to you, Jonathan Morgan,
I
for
thought
that
Q was
question,
already
man.
in the upper room.
He might have had to re-up, though, because, you know,
Yeah, it
sometimes like if it bounces out. But either way, Q, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's it for the chats. We're at
Bro, this was a
6:10
vibe,
on
man.
the time. Is there anything we missed?
Let's see.
One of the things I was thinking about when we were talking about the defense, we were talking about Casey making plays and TJ. This is one of those performances, like going back to the Tampa Bay Bucks game. Literally, everyone stepped up. Everyone had a play or two where they made impact. Cam Hayward, like I could list their names, and you could probably think of a player.
Watt.
Well, even Derek Watt.
Come on, man. Has he started to show his work from offense now? His short yardage game.
I don't mind if we re-sign him right now.
Hey, short yardage game. He doing it, bro. I'm like, yo, why weren't y'all doing this before though? That's the part that pisses me off too. I can't just watch it and feel happy. I'm like, bro, why you wait so long to start doing this stuff, man? Why you wait a whole year and a half to actually use this dude, man? We've been over here looking at him talking about, man, why we even sign this dude if you ain't gonna use dude? And now y'all finally using him. We're seeing some productivity. Yeah, man. So it was definitely good to see him doing that as well.
But like, dude, on the defense, Cam Hayward, Ogunjobi, Montravius Adams, Highsmith, TJ Watt.
Yeah.
2 middle linebackers, Devin Bush, Spillane. 2 cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Cam Sutton, Levi Wallace. Then you had Arthur Millette. Secondary. Terrell Edmonds making plays. Casey. Everyone. It was literally everyone. Like, you could think of a player or two as I'm listing off these names,
Across
but
the
everyone.
board, bro. Across the board. Norwood had to play out that thing. I'm like, yo, I'm loving it, man. Across the board. Steven Sims, multiple plays across the board.
Just catching these punt returns, too. And some of them don't look easy. He's like losing balance a little bit.
Heck yeah, man.
And then he's still able to make some returns.
Shoot, Marcus Allen. I'm seeing him multiple times get tackles on kickoffs. Shoot, even saw Arthur Millette get another. He had 2 tackles yesterday on special teams, too, man. Just want to throw that out there. I'm liking this versatility from this group, though. Yeah, man. Look at all these dudes.
Great team effort. O-line still could improve a little bit, but, man, they gave Pickett some time in some areas.
Man. No
and
question.
Then the run game speaks for itself. Our first 200-plus yard game since 2016.
Yeah. I like it, dude.
Pickett was fine. No picks.
I like it.
Receivers, no glaring drops or anything. There were some passes, like I said. Pickett put it in a spot where only the receiver could get it. Tough catch. You take it or leave it. It happens.
Yeah.
Man, I just...
It was a vibe, bro.
All around. Back to Steeler football. We're back.
I like it. So let's keep it rolling. So, yeah, man. I'm trying to think. If you ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing. Chad ain't got nothing, man. What you got? Oh, unless you got something. I feel like you got something.
No. I had some rumor mill stuff. It actually has nothing to do with football. I was
Wait, go ahead. Drop the rumor
interested in your
man.
take.
Drop the rumor in. Let's go.
2 of them.
Oh, Lord. You know I got time today.
Gisele Bundchen.
Okay.
Already back out there.
Okay.
Dating her jiu-jitsu trainer.
Okay. I mean, they've been split up for over a year. They are officially divorced. That's not the weird one to me.
Pete Davidson.
Can I do you one better, please?
Okay.
Larissa Pippen.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I wanted to bring up, too. Yeah.
Dating Michael Jordan's son. Bruh. I literally looked at my wife
Scotty.
when I saw that. I said, babe, do you like this is like the equivalent of you dating Shay's son, like, or you dating Dangerfield's son.
I mean,
like,
that's even worse though, because we know how publicized Pippen and Jordan is.
I'm like, bro, y'all were like, I'm like, bro, you probably were babysitting or around him when he was a little adolescent and you were clearly an adult. Like, bruh, that was a lot, bruh. That was a lot. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, that was the one for me, man. The Giselle one, I'm cool with. I'm like, bruh, you single. Get after it. Love who you want to love. Figure it out, you know? Trial and error. Slay as many dragons as you need to find your princess. I get it. But, bro, the whole Larissa, I'ma leave my husband and I'ma date my husband's teammate who happens to be one of the greatest, arguably the greatest, if not the greatest, depending on who you want to talk to. Yeah, I know you're gonna got both crowds out there, but it's like, you're gonna date his son? Like, yo, what? Not to mention that Pippen, you know, he be feeling sideways about the Jordan stuff anywho. You know what I mean? You saw that in the documentary. So I'm just like, bro, that's a lot.
Is
man.
this a Jordan master scheme?
That's a
Him
lot.
taking things personal, talking to his son.
It would not surprise me, bro.
Hey, I heard Pippen's ex-wife single.
Hey, you know, I get her number. I'll set y'all up a meeting.
Dude, I mean, actually,
bro,
with how personal Jordan takes everything, Pippen did he put out a book?
He put out a book, yeah.
He was shitting on the Jordan documentary essentially.
Yeah.
And this happened after the Jordan documentary and Pippen's comments about it. Wow.
Vegas TJG said it right. He quotes one of my favorite people of all time, Future. She belongs to the streets. You better believe it, man. From the streets, she has come, and to the streets she shall return, man. Can't put no ring on that thing, man. That's woof. But, you know, love is love. So find it however you need to find it. But yeah, dude, that's too close for me, man. That's But other than that, man, I was good, man. Look
Couple
at you,
things
Deke, stand up on the pop culture
in terms
Deke.
around the. Well, I thought you'd find that
Deke,
humorous
come
if
on,
we
man.
brought it up.
I like this type of stuff, Deke.
Like I said,
you know,
Pete
like this type of
Davidson's
stuff,
out there
man.
too again.
Now, what's up with Pete, man?
He's dating some like Sports Illustrated model. He's just what the whole joke with him is he's just constantly winning. It's like every 3-6 months he's just with a new
chick, yeah.
Huge high profile chick, you know, hot chick. It's just what he does.
I mean, what's his track record? Because I mean, obviously, I know
He gets broken up, but
Kim
he's
K?
always bouncing back.
Dang. Maybe he went in like that, man. Is that your career trajectory? Is that
no?
Which version you look for? You trying to be like Larissa? You trying to find something? You know, what's going on, man?
Just trying to find a chick that
You
loves
on
the
your
Lord.
Are you on your future? You just bouncing around? You just
Goes
have a
to
little fun with him?
church. No, just a good girl.
Is Deke for
Trying
the
to-
streets, or is Deke a settled down, wholesome guy?
That's what, yeah. I
You know?
am. Settled down, wholesome.
Cause I get streets energy from you when I see the taco meat. I see how you smile. You're real smooth with your cadence when you talk to people. You like, oh yeah, you like that. All right, that's cool, man. Have a sip of the White Claw. I'm gonna have some too. Like, you're real chill, Deke. You got that Rico Suave
Looking for
going
a
on,
classy
man.
woman out here. That's all.
Okay, all right.
Loves Jesus. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what we need. Reads the
Okay.
Bible.
Okay, all
That's
right.
what we're looking for.
Okay, and believes in 7. Does she have to believe in 7?
Yeah, I mean, it helps.
Is that a
Helps.
conflict of interest? If she's like, I love Brady, he's the best quarterback ever. Could you look past that?
That's tough.
That's tough.
All things would have to be considered.
Okay. Don't think I ain't forget about that show concept either, man.
What?
Finding love for you, man.
Deke dates.
Yeah, Deke dates, the flavor of Deke. Her, we need to figure it out, man. Yeah. Yeah, bro. We're gonna find you gonna get you a little dating show, man. It's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna be dope. Just know, down the line, it's gonna happen. You be like, bro, you caught it, man. Yeah.
Yo. So I got a couple around the league ones too.
Let's get it, man.
Just random thoughts
Get
thrown
it
out
right,
there.
Deke. Get it right, Deke. Let's get it.
Well, this is just more me. I mean, I guess you could respond however you want or not respond. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
The idiots that thought Brady and Rodgers were done.
Uh-oh.
Just idiots. And this week proves it. Last week proved it for Brady as well. But
Brady's been heating up.
anyone that actually watches these games knows it wasn't a Brady or Rodgers issue. Now, could they be playing better? Sure, but they weren't the issue for the respective teams.
I would agree.
They're just idiots. It's just
Well, we
unbelievable.
talked about the lack of help that Rodgers had from a receiving perspective. And, I mean, granted, he was missing on some of these things, but you still had some egregious drops. Just, guys not winning the way that they need to win. So,
Still Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. You don't drop off that much from last year, where Brady led the league in passing yards, 40 touchdowns. Rodgers won an MVP. No, there's
what about
other
Captain
things at
Kirk,
play.
man? Captain Kirk, too, man. You know what I'm saying? He elite, too, right?
I didn't know if you wanted to bring this game back up.
Is he elite?
No. Better than I thought, maybe. Still don't trust him in the playoffs.
He has Justin Jefferson. We'll just leave it at that.
He might be the best receiver in the league right now.
I swear, when
I think he is.
when I finished that game, I'm like, okay.
Because Devontae Adams, he's still good, but he ain't having the same year down with the Raiders.
Diggs is still balling,
Cooper
but it's
Kupp.
not to like Justin. That was freaky yesterday, bro. Like the 4th and 18, the game is over. The game is over,
Better catch than Pickens.
bro. The game was over. It was insane. The game was over. Little DB has 2 hands on the ball. He's one hand just
Better than Pickens catch.
Well, I'm biased. Yeah.
Skip Bayless was trying to make an argument for the Odell one over the Jordan Jefferson one. Justin Jefferson, sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like any of these are going to top Odell because it was like the biggest, most perfect moment. Monday Night Football.
This
against
one,
the
in terms of
Cowboys
timing,
in
though,
New York,
game over, 4th and 18. I got to give
it was massive.
Jefferson credit for that over Odell.
But just
I
think about the eyes. How many people actually saw that live? Not nowhere near as many as people saw that Monday Night Live OBJ go up one hand. Never seen that type of stuff by a rookie. Just set the league on fire with that play. Whereas, like I said yesterday, man, that game was at, 1 o'clock? Yeah. I just don't think, like, as many people... Bro, we at least know how many Steelers fans didn't catch it. You know what I mean? Because they was tuned into us. So, yeah. I just think that Monday night one, man, that Odell, or was it Sunday? It was either Monday night or Sunday night, but the Odell, like, in New York, Giants, Cowboys, like, that was just filthy to me, man. But, bro, either one, man, I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. The Pickens one was crazy.
I mean, I might have to put Jefferson's over Pickens. I'm not even going to front.
Yeah.
Just because,
like, I love Jefferson. I'm
a
dude.
I'm
a fan
it was
of him, bro.
in the defender's hands.
Yeah. And he
Steals
does
it from
one
him.
hand, game on the line, gotta have it, stakes high, everything. Yeah.
I would say the case for Pickens is that maybe the defender helped Jefferson catch it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I mean? Whereas,
absolutely.
like, Pickens was just straight up him.
Yeah. Pickens and Odell were, like, solo them. Yesterday, the DB having 2 hands, it did kind of, like, help him maintain
It's
the
like a
possession.
backboard.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It was still
maybe I'll
insane,
go Pickens,
though.
then.
It was still insane, though, man.
Maybe I'll go Pickens. Yeah. Since it was all him.
I'm going to go Justin because he did it to my Bills, and he did it with Kirk Cousins. And Kirk threw a dot. Shout out to Kirk Cousins, bro. He was hooping.
He's better than I thought. I'll give him credit for that. I still don't trust him in the playoffs.
The funny thing, right, it's like I can't be upset about yesterday's game because even with that 4th and 18, the Bills still stopped the 4 plays on 4th down. I mean, 4 plays on the goal line. They had the game done. It was 40 seconds left, and he just fumbled the snap in the end zone, and they recovered it. Like the most fluky of fluky stuff. I ain't tripping on that, bro. Like the 4 stops from the goal line, that's massive to me, man. Yeah, we ain't tripping.
All right, hold on. There was one more game I wanted to bring up.
But Justin Jefferson, bro, he liked that.
Colts. Jeff Saturday, want to know?
Yeah, dude. That was dope, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Perfect storm. Say Raiders.
He brought Matt Ryan back. That's the one
major.
thing I will say about Frank Reich benching Matt Ryan.
Yes.
It just never made sense. They were like 500 at the time.
Yeah.
He wasn't the old Matt Ryan, but he wasn't killing them. In what
Running
world
game
do you
was better
think
too,
Sam
though.
Ellinger is better than Matt Ryan? In what world?
A world where you get fired.
Yeah, like that decision right there should have got him
Yeah.
fired immediately.
But I even think of the running game. That was the first 100-yard game for Jonathan Taylor since week 1. Like, that's another thing that's been missing. They haven't had that consistently. Offensive line hasn't been as consistent out there. But, nah, man, it was good to see that. It was even crazier, like you said, on the flip side, for you to be Vegas to lose a game like that, knowing their situation, man. That was like when Carolina lost, or when Carolina won after they fired Matt Rule and then came back with Steve Wilkes, and then they got it done in Carolina for a week or two.
I forget who they had. Well, they won on Thursday
same
night.
thing, yeah. It's just like you don't expect that, man. And it's almost like embarrassing when you do lose to a team that is going through that type of stuff. But shout out to Jeff Saturday, though, man. He had them dudes motivated, baby. Heck yeah. You keeping him as the long-term answer?
Obviously, he was doing something right. No, just for the rest of the season, obviously. But then, you figure it out after that. Yeah. I mean, his press conference was good before he got into this game or this week where he's just like, I know how to lead. I'll figure this out. Like I'm going to empower my coordinators. But everything else, I'll be able to oversee this.
Because head coach is CEO. That's, you have to remember that part. Now, some of these dudes are excellent X and O's guys, and they take advantage of calling, whether it's offensive coordinator or in our case with Coach Tom with the defense and stuff like that. But yeah, man, shout out to Jeff Saturday, man. If you know how to lead and you got the people in place,
No one thought they were going to win this game.
Bro, zero. I
didn't know Matt Ryan was coming back. Because initially I thought they benched him for injury, but then they made the proclamation of he's not coming back though whenever he gets healthy again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then he comes back this game because Jeff Saturday, I guess he knows football at least to know that you don't bench Matt Ryan for Sam Ehlinger, no matter how bad you think Matt Ryan is right now.
Bro, it's Matt Ryan.
Because you were still 500 with a Matt Ryan.
Yeah, it's Matt Ryan.
So I don't know. Frank Reich, he actually wasn't even a bad coach with the Colts. Yeah. He really wasn't, but that was a really questionable decision. Maybe he's better as a coordinator.
So do you think he's been? No, I would say maybe he got fired because of the decision, but I don't know. It ain't help him.
No, it definitely didn't.
It didn't
help him win games then, too.
It didn't help him, man.
That was definitely a make or break decision because you make that decision and you're losing games now. It's almost like you lost it. Like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I have anything else for you, though. I'm just looking at the scoreboards across the league here. Tua keeps winning. I think he's undefeated. Unbelievable.
Do you believe in him all the way just yet?
I don't, but he's throwing dots. He's throwing some really good passes here. I saw that one in the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, man.
Looks confident, but I can't go that far. I can't. What's crazy is, too, we were just talking on Saturday, and I was like, dude, Ocho's take's terrible. He's trying to say Tua is better than Herbert.
Yeah.
The problem is Herbert doesn't have any weapons with the Chargers.
Yeah. And we all know who Herbert is, too.
You see some of those throws he's making on Sunday Night Football. It's like, holy hell. He might be the only quarterback in the league that can make these throws. Him and Mahomes, probably. Something like this off balance, him running.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Threading the needle in between these zones. That's really it. Well, maybe it's not it because I'm looking here. Russ loses again.
And timeout. And Gino, even though they lost, he balled out again. I think I kind of got the better end of us not making picks this week. Because I feel like some of the games that I would have liked to have made picks in.
I would have definitely taken the ball. You would have taken the
I would have took Gino. I for a fact would have. You know what I mean? I look at that
I would have taken Minnesota for sure.
But I wouldn't have bet. I wouldn't want to bet on Minnesota. Because think about who have I been betting on all year?
No, but you would have taken the Buffalo. That's what I mean. I would have took Minnesota.
But I've also would have said that I wouldn't have wanted to make the bet anyways because I bet on both of them teams. That's no different when it was Jimmy G.
You would have went with the Bills.
Listen to what I'm saying, though.
You wouldn't have felt good about it.
Listen to what I'm saying. The same way when it was Chiefs and Niners. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't bet against Mahomes and I don't bet against Jimmy G. And you're like, bro, I'm taking this. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this, but I don't bet against either one of these dudes. When have you heard me bet against Kirk Cousins this year? In the Vikings this year? I don't bet against them. Same way I don't bet against the Bills.
You would have.
I would have done it if you would have been pressing it, but I wouldn't have wanted to because I'm like, bro, I know both of these teams went for me. One has 1 loss, one has 3 losses.
I think I would have pressed
Come on, bro. It's a reason why I roll with both of them teams. It's a reason why I said early on I like both of these teams to win the division because of what they're doing. So why would I want to bet against that, man?
You would have went with your heart?
Yeah, I would have, but I wouldn't have wanted to. So that's why I was like, I'm glad that we
Your good excuse would have been like, I don't know if Josh is playing or not. That's how you could have got out of it.
But I already knew he was going to play. That's why when everybody, how many times you kept asking me, bro, I think it's over. You good? And when I said dinner on Saturday night, bro, he's fine. He's going to play. He's fine. And y'all kept, bro, but you saw they MRI and they look at us like, bro, he's good. He's going to play. So that was never in my thought process, man.
I hope he's good just for his sake because he is an extreme talent. I told you that. Like, that'd be a terrible thing to waste if they put him in harm's way. If he can handle it, go for it.
No. But nah, man, Captain Kirk, bro, he liked that. You don't want to believe it, Deke. He liked that.
I would have went Green Bay over Dallas. Oh, I don't know if I would have done that, actually.
What was the spread, too? That was the other part.
I mean, Green Bay was underdogs. They actually said Green Bay and the Steelers being underdogs at home was the first time in, like, X amount of years. Maybe even in NFL history.
Serious?
Yeah, it was something crazy. Like yeah, so this was, like, the first week, both the Packers and Steelers. But the Steelers flipped. They became favorites on Sunday with all the Saints injuries, I think.
Yeah, depending on what the spread was, I probably would have went Cowboys.
Tennessee, Denver. I probably would have went Denver, though. I would have lost that one.
Tennessee, because, I ain't rolling with Russ.
Giants, Houston. We probably would have stayed away.
I would have went Saquon either way.
Dolphins, Cleveland. We would have stayed away.
We would have definitely stayed away from that.
Jacksonville, KC. I would have went KC. I don't know what the spread was, though.
I would have took
KC
points.
only won by 10.
Depending on what the points were. I'm down for that.
San Fran, LA. Ooh, I would have stayed away from that one because of the Chargers injuries.
And I would have went Jimmy G.
I would have stayed away. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe I would have been like 3-1.
You had a dope weekend because, like, you sound like I can speak with conviction because I'm like, I know who I pick.
I might have picked up a game or two.
These are my guys. Yeah, I would have definitely had a rough week this week, man.
Yeah, it's all right, though.
It all
done live. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you, though.
Nah,
I'm
this is a
like I
vibe,
said, I'm just looking at these box scores and scoreboards on the top of ESPN.com, and that's really it.
All right, so I think we made
I
it.
see this Detroit-Chicago one.
Well, and I was
Detroit
going to also say,
130.
I think we made a whole show without anyone saying fire Matt Canada too.
I saw some Fire Tomlin at the beginning.
You saw no way you saw fire Tomlin.
I did.
Bro. There's no way you saw fire Tomlin after yesterday.
I swear to God.
It's no what?
I swear to God.
Who?
I don't remember.
Oh
I mean,
no, not to call him out, but I'm just like, bro.
there was a couple
what?
comments right off the bat.
You
Fire
got the
Tomlin.
fire Tomlin.
He said,
after
"I'm still here."
yesterday?
He said, "I'm still here."
What?
He's consistent.
Yo,
You got to respect
wow.
that. At least he's consistent.
I mean, I respect it, but it's just like
I disagree,
bro,
but hey,
what?
you're consistent.
All right then, man. But dude, yeah. Oh, John Doe says, yeah, they are in here. Okay. All right. Sorry.
It was literally right off the
Maybe
bat.
we overlooked them. Maybe I just missed them. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. Oh, you say, yeah, people who say they are delusional. Shout out to Sifo Smo. I like it. And David Dupree, just fire somebody, because somebody else got to get fired every week. You know this thing, man. All right. So, yes, it looks like we're good. Nobody's getting fired this week. I think we're all on one accord. Everybody's good. Make sure y'all like the stream on the way out of this thing. Also, like I said, man, earlier, promo code for the merchandise on arthurmoats.com. Simple. Moats, get 15% off. And we also got that not DraftKings, we got the Manscaped promo code as well, which is also Moats for your 20% off. But either way, we appreciate the heck out of each and every one of y'all. And until next time, baby.
Peace.